Unfortunately, you have no audio on Twitch. Mic check, mic check. I'm coming through on Twitch, but you are not. I don't have YouTube open. Hold on one second. It might be getting picked up. It might be monitoring. It might be getting picked up. It might be monitoring. It might be getting picked up. It might be monitoring. It might be getting picked up. It might be monitoring. It might be getting picked up. It might be monitoring. It might be getting picked up. It might be monitoring. It might be getting picked up. No.
Hello.
Yeah, still no audio. Yeah, no YouTube either. Sorry, it takes a little. The YouTube delays a little longer, so I couldn't answer until I did. Wait. Oh no. I think it just ended, right? Oh no. Oh no.
Yes, it is. So, remember all those boxes I showed you yesterday in the advanced properties? Hang on, oh god, I'm hearing copies of myself. I'm gonna die. Make sure all the boxes for your mic are checked. Like, turned on. Good to go. Because otherwise,
Okay.
you're gonna be cutting off somewhere.
Yeah, what about now? I've checked them all.
Yep.
You can hear me now? That's a problem. Okay. Okay.
I'm getting you in logos.
Okay, yeah, sorry. Well, okay,
Ah!
let me try this again. Well, Nemo's already here, but welcome into Intelligent Aces Podcast, episode number 29. I am your host, Main Ace Chase, the main ace of Intelligent Aces. Alongside me, my co-host, Lipticus _.
Awesome.
And he's going to say awesome.
Oh, sorry, I still have a million. I'm way back. I'm like on the.
We got Eli _. We also got
mute Twitch. All right.
We also got returning again Nemo Mimi.
Hi.
Nemo Mimi. We've got another guest coming back from from a couple weeks ago. We got Doobs in here.
Doobs!
Let's go.
It's scuffed again. This is normal.
It's not a totally normal stream unless there's scuff.
Yeah, that's totally true.
I mean, shit, you've been watching my shit for 2 years now, and every one is fucked up.
And then our special guest has joined us. I'm gonna go ahead and bring him in now. We've got the Windbag is joining us.
Oh my!
How are you forking doing over there, Windbag?
Good evening, everybody. Hope everyone's enjoying this beautiful mid-July day and evening, wherever you are. It's great to be here.
Yes, thank you so much for joining in on us. Sorry, I had to edit some stuff around. Okay, cool. I have another guest that's supposed to be here. I think she's asleep. I don't know. She hasn't answered the Discord, but Flutter may join us later. I've sent out invites to a few more people, but all right, welcome in, guys, for another Thursday Intelligent Aces podcast. I need a better tagline, maybe. I don't know. How's everybody doing? How was everybody's week off from the podcast?
It was kind of weird to have a Thursday open again.
Was it?
I didn't know what to do with myself.
Right. It's not a normal.
Well, I'm
day.
not gonna lie. I was hoping there was gonna be one last week because I was on day shift again, and I was like, there's none.
I've been on. I ended up with a 4-day weekend, so it was nice. Yeah.
I
They're
took
still
off. I
lighting
took off.
fireworks.
I took some
My
vacation
neighborhood
days.
is still worked
Hung out
on.
with my son. Actually, drank again for the first time in I don't know how long, and got way too hammered and decided that I'm not going to drink again for a long, long time.
I remember my first beer. Let's go. What'd you do? Was there any hold my beer moments? What'd you do?
No, I was on a sailboat actually.
Holy shit!
Oh, that would be the perfect place then.
Yeah, no, I was on a sailboat. Watched the
Fucking throw yourself
fireworks
overboard.
from a sailboat. Oh yeah, no.
Nice.
If I got too
In Heber's,
too hot.
or where at?
Norfolk Lake,
Wow.
Bull Shoals Lake. Actually, my brother-in-law's.
He gets to drink on a sailboat, and I'm spending my week fighting black bears out of my carport.
Yeah,
Like,
that's because you're in Canada and it was Freedom Week. So.
Oh yeah. The Bears were just exercising their Canadian freedoms.
Henry, how you
Right
doing,
to
man?
Dallas.
How's it
Pretty
going?
It was good. I was working. I'm working on this new technology for the show where I've got. I figured out like a code that I can automate my prep, so I'm like saving myself an hour every day, and it's amazing. I feel like
Nice.
I'm really it's just really exciting. So it's like it's good. I'm delegating all my work to robots now. So
Yeah, well,
Awesome.
AI overlords for sure.
Awesome.
I mean, they're gonna take over anyway. Might as well.
Might as well,
jump on the
yeah.
bandwagon.
Maybe if we're nice to them, they won't kill us first.
I just
That's
realized
nice,
Aya's not here anymore. You killed Aya.
I've turned Aya off for now because nobody was used her for a long time.
Does she live in the chat redeems at least? Is there a memory
well, no,
of her?
I have to. She's still in the chat redeems. I don't know if I've shut her off or not.
We can't
She's
even
been
visit
banished
the
to the shadow
cemetery. We
realm.
can't even visit the cemetery.
I do have a AI assistant that you can do TTS with, but
Ow.
the
She's
problem
been
with
with
it
us
is like
since the
nobody
beginning.
else can hear her unless you're listening to the stream, and it's super delayed. So I got to figure out a way to where she
Ah.
talks to us, everybody.
But
can
if
hear
you
her, so.
threw bits in, she'd pay special attention to you.
Oh yeah. If you subbed, she was your best friend.
Oh yeah. She was like, "Hey
For
there,"
sure.
and she had like the same little certain words that she clicked into every time she complimented you. She's like, "Hey there, you bit of sci-fi sassiness."
Yeah,
I really
I was like,
like.
it's like type out her personality. I said like sarcastic and sassy or whatever, and she'd always say sassy and shit. I'm like, no, don't say it. Fuck, I just want you to be it.
Aren't you just a sassy little MMA fighter?
Damn.
So
what?
I don't even know what's going on now. Oh, yeah, let's get back. So, Henry, we do a. Do you want me to call you Henry or Windbag? It's
whatever you guys are comfortable with. I am the Windbag and I am Henry. So you'd be right to say either one.
So I met the Windbag through some mutual friends on the interwebs, and have been following him for a while. I tune into his streams every now and then. They're wacky and wild and zany, even. And it's a fun time. It's a fun stream to go into. So
Sorry,
anybody should definitely go.
I'm
check
ready
it out.
now.
Oh, he's got his fork.
Why are
There
you
go.
threatening us?
I
Eli,
don't
why?
know.
What did we do?
I'm
So,
ready.
so yeah, no, forks in the chat. For Henry's emotes are all, well, most of them are all forks and. all
Yeah,
that
they're
stuff.
forking.
Yeah.
It's that's what it is right there.
Yeah.
Friday night forking. Please don't come. If you don't know the show, you won't like it. Only if you like the show already, then you're going to love it. But if you're coming in cold, you will hate it, and you will hate me.
No. Well, so we have our own little special thing on Intelligent Aces podcast. All the guests get to pick a card, and I write their name down and like immortalize them. So you get to pick any card that I have left. So just name a card, and I'll tell you if it's there.
4 of clubs, please. The Devil's Bedposts.
4 of clubs. That is definitely available. The
pretty
Devil's Bedpost. I have
Yeah,
never
I'll take that.
heard
Lay
that
me across your big brass bed, Devil's Bedpost. That's the 4 of clubs. Give it to me, Snake Eyes.
right there. Devil's Bedpost.
Let's go.
Let's go. Hail Satan, by the way.
Oh my
Hail
gosh!
Satan, but love Jesus. So, love Jesus. Hail Satan, love Jesus. Pick a color, Henry. I have all of these colors of markers and whatnots.
It's gonna be red.
So whichever one you...
I always like to antagonize my younger self, and so pink.
Oh,
I have a pink.
Because as a young man, I refused to wear pink, and I thought it made me less of a man. Now all I wear is pink, and so please, in an effort to really
oh,
aggravate my younger self, please may I have pink.
See if I can
Oh,
get
good
the
Lord.
letters right. I bet I don't. No, they're tiny. It's close. It's close.
He's a forking warrior.
Oh no.
Oh, is that fork? Look at that. Yeah. Oh yeah.
For the kingdom.
That is a familiar headpiece.
Oh no.
Right.
So of these lovely people that we have here, who are the mainstays, the main ace chase mainstays?
So-
Who are the regulars here?
Ellipticus has been here. He's the one that started the podcast with me. We've been doing it now for over 6 months. It was just me and him doing like movie reviews, and still is. You know, we're still doing like weekly gaming and entertainment news stuff. Doobs and Nemo have been on for the last several. Nemo's been on for the last 5 or 6, I think now, and Doobs had to work a couple weeks, so he hadn't been on. This is his first time back in a couple weeks, but.
But it's like 3rd or 4th time.
Yeah. This is
But
Doobs.
now
Dubes is
but
pretty much a mainstay now. Nemo's a mainstay.
I at my workplace I'm going straight days now, so I'll be here all the
Let's
time.
go.
Nice. Very good. Very
Awesome.
good. The only reason I ask, I just want to know what to expect and what is expected from me.
We all share one brain cell. We take turns.
Very little
So
is
pass it
expected.
this way, I'll eat it.
You'll notice when it's my turn to speak, sometimes I get skipped with the brain cell, but they let me talk anyway. But you know, I'm fine with it.
He goes off script. We don't know what to do. Its
I-
programming runs on its
I've
own.
been working on him though. I have measures now to rein him in.
They haven't been tested yet.
on him. Well, let me fix these
Mostly,
wires.
they're mostly tested. Mostly tested. I'm actually drawing on Henry's card.
Feel better now. Falling apart, actually. Holy.
He's having
Myself
such a hard
like
time tonight. He's like that uncle that doesn't stop drinking at Christmas.
Except this time he's not drunk, as far as I can tell.
Doesn't want to stay with the.
At least it's not as bad as that one night when he kept trying to call Ace on Discord.
Oh,
Yeah.
that
All
was
right.
good.
So okay, so we got the wind bag, and then I drew a little
Oh, there
devil
it
off
is,
of
there it
devil-
is,
the
there it
devil's bedpost.
If my chin disappears at any time, I'm trying to give you guys my good side and my strong chin. If I do lose my chin, let me know and I'll point it back out.
Point it back. Will the green screen take it away?
Now, do we have opening statements? How does this work? Do we
Uh,
how do
Well, yeah, I mean, you can introduce your channel. I kind of loosely introduce everybody as I
Yeah,
go.
no, that was a fine introduction,
We're
and I've got my
still,
title here. But again, I would like to I'd like to caution, if you're thinking about coming and checking me out, listen, don't. I don't want you to. I would like. I want to keep my numbers low. If I have a very tight, concentrated audience, the material works far better.
That sounds like a challenge. Challenge accepted.
yeah.
Uh-oh.
This guy's a salesman. I can tell you that much.
Guys, I lost my chin. No one told me.
Oh no!
There it
That's why
is.
you need to grow a beard so your chin will be pronounced.
Yeah.
There you
There it
go.
is.
If it keeps hiding
Chin
away, just hide
beard.
it permanently.
We need to set it like somebody had mentioned. Like we're the three of us are like the stages of beard growth. So it's Eli, and then me, and then Dubes. So,
Yes.
well, actually, now it's Henry, Eli, me, then Dubes. I guess.
That's my favorite part right here. That's
Yeah.
my favorite.
Yeah.
The
Nice.
chops. The
Mutton.
chops.
Believe it or
Yeah.
not, before I followed Beardville, I didn't grow any facial hair, but now I'm in the early stages of puberty, and boy, is it amazing!
So we have some news. So basically, we just kind of open up with this craziness. We go back and forth or whatever, and then I kind of roll in to start bringing up news articles for weekly stuff, mostly gaming. I do have a few entertainment stuff. And I'll go ahead and bring this one up now since this is kind of we're all Twitch streamers here.
What's Twitch precious?
Whoops, that's the wrong button. Don't click that button. This button.
Keep it secret. Keep it safe.
I'm podcasting.
Leave me alone, Mom!
Stay out of my room playing Minecraft.
There we go.
Oh,
Sorry. So
They're fitness
Yeah.
videos.
Oh, this is I like this. This is great.
and shut the door. Okay. So yeah, so Twitch is I saw this today. Twitch is talking about upping their subscription prices.
Oh, they went up today.
Yeah, to
I just
$5.99.
looked up and they were $5.99. Yeah.
So that's $5.99. So I pulled up Twitch. I thought I actually had the article here. Maybe I don't.
Hey man, I'm fine as long as the extra money goes to support the rockets for Bezos.
Yeah, I guess. So
I thought we were going for another golden toilet.
Oh,
I don't know. Where did this go?
They're hiding it as hard as they
I
can.
bookmarked it. I don't know where it went. Starting July 11th, increased sub prices. We were notifying streamers and subscribers in these regions via email. So it's New Zealand, U.S., and multiple countries in Europe. So I guess the normal sub is going to $5.99. Are the other subs going up too? I can't really find the. So
Damn, it's a shame I'm illiterate and I can't check my emails.
no, yesterday would have been the perfect day to like purchase.
okay, here it is.
sub ahead of
Here's
time.
the actual thing.
For like
I
6
found
months or
the
whatever.
link. USA tier 1 subs $5.99 now. Canada $7.99. Sorry, Jubes. Australia $8.99. Azerbaijan $149. I think that's how you
Damn.
pronounce it. Bangladesh $199. India $110. Korea $5,000.
I don't mean to be
Fuck
too
Korea.
political, but that price up there for China, I don't think is accurate from the last like
Wait.
2 to 3 days because I don't know if there's any banks actually giving money out right now in
So,
China.
It's
I'm pretty
saying
sure they're all
saying
closed down.
$2.99 in US dollars in these countries. This is considered USD, right? So this is all US dollars.
I thought they wound up closing Twitch in Korea because they couldn't
Well-
support the servers.
That's what I was thinking too. I knew they'd shut down.
That's why it's 5,000.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I said fuck
You gotta
Korea,
get that shit on the dark web, baby.
What you need? You want to support somebody on Twitch? We got you. Meet me in the
So-
alley and bring your cryptocurrency.
So yeah, it looks like prices are going up across the board. We're tier 2s. Can we have tier 2, please? It just says tier 1, so I don't know if tier 2s have gone up or not. It's not saying. So yeah, so tier 2s were $9.99 before, and tier 3 was $25.
Did they really close
$24.99.
Twitch in Korea?
Yeah, that was the thing that happened.
I was trending so good in Korea. I even learned how to say "Annyeong, annyeonghaseyo, 합kipsob니다. Welcome in."
Dang it, you missed out. So yeah, so subscription prices are going up. What do you think about that, Henry? What was that
I
mean
mean,
for you?
to me, I mean, like I'm struggling to have a hot take on it because to me, I'm like I mean, it makes sense. I mean, how long has it been $5.99 or before that? I'm sure that there's been a long history of price increases. Do you? I guess I would ask you guys: do you think it'll have an effect on people who sub? Because I don't think it will. I think people are still going to sub.
I mean, there's definitely going to be some people, but all of these. It's not just okay. So Twitch is upping their sub prices, whatever, but it's everything else has gone up too. I've been hitting this wall with money for a while now, just trying to buy groceries and stuff. It really is pretty rough. And then for Twitch to come out and be like, we're not making enough money. Well, I don't know what to tell you because you guys play ads all the time.
The way I see it for Canadians now, it'll be, let's say, like me, I find somebody that I really enjoy on Twitch and I want to sub to them. Well, if I'm already subscribed to Amazon, I have my sub and that I can use. I have an Amazon Prime free sub, which comes up cheaper than actually paying for a Twitch sub because Amazon Prime is only like $6.99 here, so I'm saving $1. You know what I mean? Like that's how.
$15.99 for me.
So that's the way that's going to happen over here.
So it's an economic decision. That makes sense.
It could be. Well, I mean, and the thing is, if you're subbed to, a dozen people or so, well, that's another $12 a month, which doesn't really, but that's
Every penny counts,
$60
man,
a
especially
year. You know what I
nowadays.
mean? And
Well, he brings up a really interesting point. If that's the case with Canada alone, it might be the case in other places where Twitch is making the price to sub to a channel more expensive than just getting Prime. Like, hey, at this point, just get Prime. Not only are you going to get
That's
a
an
free sub
idea.
on Twitch, but you're going to come to our website and you're going to buy some shit, all right? And that's the end of it. And like, it's kind of smart, but like you put a good perspective in about, everything's raising, the price is raising for everything. And so you're watching what you spend. Well, there's a lot of people out there who have a real budget, who have a list of things that they spend monthly, and they have an allotment for entertainment, and they have an allotment for this, and they have an allotment for that. And so for people who are sticking to their budget, I mean, this is technically, if they stick to their budget, this could be the difference between having 5 subscriptions and now you just have 4. And maybe you use the rest in some bits or something to, to save up to the budget to still show supporters.
well, then that you can also kind
But,
of
like,
run into the
I'm-
thing about maybe people just start using Nitro and stop subbing to people to bypass the
That's an
ads.
option.
You know what I mean?
I think people are
Like,
apprehensive of that are more on for like specific creators and they want to support like uniquely and individually. I think people kind of err away from that generalized support is, if they have an option to do so. But like, I just turned 40, so all I want to do is try to remain youthful internally. So like when things are expensive and I want to complain, I'm like, no, oh no, I'm not fucking. It's
the
fine.
microphone,
This
automatic
is
microphone settings
fine.
are working wonderfully. He's not blowing
This
my
is
ears out.
fine. Pay the price. Pay the price. Let the man have the
I
money and
I
keep
am-
moving along with everything that's happening. I'm not mad with inflation.
I've been ready to
Nothing's
jump
so
the
hard.
Twitch ship forever. Like as soon as something better comes along, I'm off. I'm bailing out. just as fast as I can.
I think there's something to be said also about the idea that I don't think they make this move unless they predict people are just gonna do it. I think people are just gonna just do it. I think it's gonna be like it's like when your Netflix subscription goes up, you're like, well, just all right.
They raised,
I mean,
well, there's a point because I've canceled my Netflix subscription over a year ago now because they just kept raising it, and then the quality of the content they were producing.
yeah, the
got worse and
Netflix
worse.
quality has gone down.
So,
I don't blame you for that. I
I was
one.
like, I'm never watching this anymore. I'm paying $20 something a month for like one of the top packages or whatever. I'm like, why? I just canceled it. And honestly, it's not like I missed a lot that's come out on Netflix lately.
No, not at all. There's nothing but original programming right there on Netflix, right? No one licenses stuff to them anymore, right?
Well, that's just it. Everybody that was licensing stuff to them started their
Have
own
their-
streaming service,
Yeah.
and you have to subscribe to there. So
Yeah.
Netflix is where things go to die.
Yeah. Netflix is like the New York Mets of streaming, you know.
Netflix will forever hold a special place in my heart because it's where I first binged anime. Just like way too long. Like, what have you been sleeping? Netflix, anime, back to my cave. And I got exposed to a lot of great anime.
But speaking of subscription
Never know about
raises,
back in
Xbox
the day.
Games Pass announces price increase for the new subscription tier.
Oh Jesus!
And I'm fine with all the details on this except for one, and I'll wait till we get to that. And then I'll
So
fucking rant.
Xbox announced changes to its Games Pass. This is from InfiniteStart.com. I gotta try to remember. I always forget to cite these websites and stuff.
Thank you to Infinite Start. Any Infinite Starters in chat?
Infinite Start announces Xbox. Xbox announces changes to its Game Pass service, including price hikes, new tier that omits day one releases. New subscribers will see these changes starting July 10th, yesterday, while existing users will notice them September 12th. The Xbox Games Pass Ultimate will rise from $17 to $20 per month on the US. The PC Game Pass will increase from $10 to $12 per month. Additionally, a year of Xbox Core, formerly Xbox Live Gold, will go from $60 to $75. That's a yearly. The $10 monthly option remains unchanged. This Xbox replacing the console tier with a new standard tier costing $15 a month in the US's. Unlike the previous tier, the standard option won't include day one releases. Xbox has stated that some games available on day one with Game Pass Ultimate might not be immediately available with the standard tier, but could be added later. That price increases the Games Pass occurred in June 2023. Xbox has yet to clarify which day one releases will be excluded from the standard tier. These changes aim to restructure the subscription service while offering various options to subscribers. Basically, fuck our subscribers, give us more money. Because we bought a bunch of studios that we don't know how to take care of, and we had to lay off a bunch of people because we can't make games anymore. I've never been able to make games, let's be honest. And Xbox and Microsoft sucks. So there's my 2 cents as a PlayStation fanboy, or whatever.
Wow. Wow. There's a lot of stuff to take in here, first of all.
Yeah.
It's a lot of money. It's a lot of money.
Well,
That's $3 right there. Yeah, I've had a PC for a little over a year, a modern PC, you know. I had a PC when internet was dial up, but now I have a modern gaming PC that can play stuff. And I like the Xbox Gaming Pass. It's a great alternative to than spending a ton of money
are
every
you
month.
utilizing it enough? It goes back to the subscription service.
And I'm unhappy about the day one thing. That irks me as a user. But for the industry, I bet you game developers and small indie studios are celebrating because this whole subscription-based culture is creating a throwaway style of video gaming. And
I think
people who spend their...
I think this subscription-based thing is ruining a lot of stuff, and it's getting into gaming now harder.
So this kind of, battles that curve. And it makes it so that, one, you're not getting the big, huge, amazing titles day one for just a couple of dollars a month. Like, those are $70 games. And so the popularity of those games can't be judged by user bases anymore. Like, how many people were playing all these, what's that one? The Helldivers 2. How many people were playing that? Everyone's like, it's the best game in the world! Simply because a lot of people were playing it. But that was just a fad. And it wasn't a $70 game. People were just paying a few bucks for it through the different game passes, and they were able to move on. And now there's a small player base for it. It's not considered a currently successful game. All-time successful game? Absolutely, though. So
well, it doesn't help that it's still banned in like 177 places.
Yeah, Sony kneecapped Helldivers for sure.
Yeah.
So, but this goes back to the thing about, like, we were talking about that Sinuous Sacrifice, Hellblade, or whatever it was called.
Oh yeah.
I'm still kind of excited for that, but at the same.
So it was an Xbox day one release Game Pass or whatever, but like the stats that I was reading, like, so there was only like 30-something% of people actually completed the game, and that 30% was of Steam players. Of Game Pass players, it was like half of that or whatever. And my thought was, so you don't pay the $50 for the game, you get it through the subscription. so you don't care about it as much to try to finish it. Whereas to me, like to people on Steam who are actually paid the full price for it, we're like, okay, I'm gonna try to get my $50 worth out of this game or whatever. And it, I think it may hurt an experience of the games. Maybe we're like, you know what I mean? Like it's just a throwaway thing, like you just said, it's a throwaway thing. It doesn't. I think it's hurt. I think honestly, this is hurting. It's hurting them a lot more than it's helping them, and they're spending tons and tons of money on this stuff, and I don't think they're getting it back, which is why they're hiking the price up because it's just not paying out like they thought it would. You know, so I don't know. We'll see if they end up going broke over it or not. Henry, you've played games on stream and stuff. You're not. Are you a big gamer or you're just like a casual gamer?
I'm always in search of the best game, and I recently got a PlayStation 5. I love it. It's amazing. The entire experience, it just works for me.
Right.
I started off with Baldur's Gate and tried to but I'm really recognizing the tendencies that are really that don't really go well with gaming, or particularly mainstream gaming. Like I get really get put off by battle and combat. To be honest, I love customizing everything. I want to design. I want to just sort of live in the world. And so I don't know. I'm sort of discovering that about my style of as a gamer. It's not. It's weird. I don't know. So I've been playing Disney Dreamlight Valley and enjoying that because I don't have to do anything. I can just design worlds and hang out with Disney characters. I find that it's really relaxing. I was having this conversation with my friend yesterday, and I was like, when you play, do you have to get your heart rate up, and do you hate the game, and are you is it a lot of rage play? I'm like, I can't. I'm just discovering I can't do that. When I sit down, I want to get lost in the world and not have to freak out.
Yeah.
Baldur's Gate was interesting because there was so many ways you could play that game, and you could theoretically you would still have to fight some stuff. I don't think you could get away with talking your way out of every encounter, but there was a lot of options where you could use your charisma and stuff and actually talk your way out of things.
Oh yeah, charisma.
Yeah, I thought it was definitely which that's D&D in general. That's how it should be. It should be open enough to play around it where you don't have to fight or whatever. So I don't know. Did you ever play Minecraft or anything like that? Minecraft is a very creative style.
Minecraft's great. I do say that I love survival horror. I really love the Silent Hill games. I could play those all the time. But again, it's much more psychologically put into a very inhospitable, dangerous place. But it's the moments of actual chase and having to battle sort of are spaced out with these moments of exploration and figuring out the story and disturbing elements of that kind of stuff. So I love those. I play those forever. But I just find myself playing, and I know this is an unpopular, it's goes against everything about gaming because there's without conflict, what is there? But anytime a battle appears, I'm always oh boy, here we go again. 35 minutes, of me trying not to die, which is inevitable. I always die,
Well, I don't see a problem in it. There's a lot of people who like the more relaxing games. That's why there's a whole genre of farming simulators. You've got, there's Animal Crossing as a game that I've played since I was 7. I loved that game. I still love that game. I'll still turn it on every now and then. My island is covered in weeds. It's disgusting.
Candy Crush is probably the most popular game in the world.
Oh God, my mom is still playing that, and she's like, I can't get past this level.
Game. And that Candy Crush also leads to 50% of the player base is female, and it's that's not really true. That statistic is pretty skewed. Because
have you played Disney Dreamlight Valley? Nemo? How do I pronounce that name?
You can just call me Nemo if you need.
Nemo, I think they set out to through Gameloft to take Animal Crossing and just make it like the most badass version of Animal Crossing possible. The 360 perspective, they give you so much materials. If you like Animal Crossing, I really recommend checking out. Of course, there's the anti-Disney bias a lot of people have, but if you can get past that, it's Animal Crossing like souped up. It's really good.
I actually watched my friend play it. She's actually still really mad that they wound up taking out all of Donald Duck's tantrums. That used to be one of her favorite things, was watching Donald Duck just have a tantrum in the middle of town. She's like, I can't believe they removed it. They said people didn't like it.
No, he still has tantrums on mine. He does.
Well, the thing is, he used to have a lot more, and he used to like, duck curse noises. Disney.
Oh, really?
So, like that kind of thing. They took
yeah.
it out because it was making people upset how often he was doing it. And she's like, I hate it.
I never knew this game existed.
I've got 6 houses. I've got 6 houses in each different little biome, and I love designing all the rooms and making clothes and stuff like that. It's just so addictive.
Nice.
I'd definitely play it just for the Alice in Wonderland theme. I love Alice in Wonderland. Best thing, favorite thing, always. Cheshire Cat. Let's go.
My favorite Disney movie is Sword in
Simba.
the Stone.
Oh, good
Hey.
That's a good choice. Yeah, I'm not. This is interesting.
My-
I'm not a big fan of the Disney style stuff, so I don't. And I like survival craft, like Conan and stuff. When I like those kind of games.
Oh, Conan was awesome. I do love that game. That was awesome. It's like that.
Yeah.
Lion King was good. Lion King for Super Nintendo? Nintendo 64?
I'd be Super Nintendo, Sega.
Super
Yeah,
Nintendo? The hardest part of that game was, for me, the giraffe heads. Anyone remember the giraffe heads? There's
I
a
never
whole bunch
played-
of
I don't think I
giraffe heads.
played them.
I
As
played
soon
it.
as you
I
go on
hated
them,
it.
they move and you slide, and it's like this one really, really hard level. You get so far, and all of a sudden you see the giraffe heads. You're like, what the fuck? What are those? I haven't seen giraffe heads yet in the game. What do I gotta do to them? And you get close to the giraffe heads, and you get close, and the very first time you land on it and it falls, you're like, fuck! I gotta do the whole level again. You go
Yeah, because
all
there's
the
no
way back.
goddamn save points.
Well,
And you're
that's-
like,
yeah.
surely
I
I
just
know what to
remember,
do on this giraffe head now, and you it's gonna fall. So when you get on it, you jump and you go on to the next one, and you're like, okay, that one's gonna fall too. And as soon as you get on that next one, it falls. You were never supposed to jump on that one. You were supposed to jump over that one.
The
Yeah, no, that
brutality-
part used to piss me off so bad as a kid. I was like, you have claws. Down. Just kill it.
the brutality of those old 2D like side scroller
You ain't gonna
platformer
Oh
games.
God! Another one that always brings back wonderful feelings of rage is the old Emperor's New Groove game that they had.
Oh,
Oh God!
Any of those
Trying to
Disney
get through the fucking waterfall area. I thought I was gonna have baby's first aneurysm. Okay,
Yeah.
I was having a fit. Why the fuck was there crocodiles and shit in there? And why were they all coming out at once? Why was I like covered in bait or something? They wanted me.
So you talk about these cartoon games and stuff. Like the one that comes to mind that I can remember kind of vaguely was the Ren and Stimpy game.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
So the
Oh,
Ren and
shit.
Stimpy 2D, where you would switch off between the two, and then you would do something to the other one to move. Like you would like squeeze Stimpy, and he would fart, and then you could fly with him that way. And then Stimpy would grab Ren and use him as like a whip, and like whip out and grab areas and stuff. Like it was always this stupid, weird, crappy cartoon humor stuff.
Oh, Ren and Stimpy was great.
Yeah, oh yeah, it's fantastic. But yeah, I just, that's the one that comes to mind right now. And there was one that was Booger Man. Do you remember Booger Man?
Oh,
I was just thinking that. I didn't want to say it. You did.
Booger Man was that one was interesting. That was back in.
I
the
returned
days.
that game.
You did?
I bought it, brought it home, I put it in, burped and flung boogers at monsters. I was like, I'm going to take that back.
That was definitely interesting times.
Oh God. I want to understand. I want to know what the hell went through someone's mind when they were making the 101 Dalmatian games. Those things are fucking acid trips, okay? Why the hell am I being chased by it's like all the ground was checkered print, but it wasn't green checkered print. No, it was bright pink and yellow. So you're blind as shit, running around as a puppy, trying to find other puppies and your parents. There's Cruella de Vil over there chasing you around, going, "I'll turn you into a coat." And then all of a sudden, there's like a dog catchers and shit, and they're chasing you. And then there's some dude in the background with a bazooka, and I'm going, "What is happening? What part of this is connected to the movies?"
Just threw everything at the wall, I guess.
They did. And they were like, "Good luck. Also, if you hit this thing in the background, it looks like a butterfly surprise. It teleports you. Where? We don't know."
Where? We don't know.
So I got some other Xbox news here.
Such a crazy cartoon if you think about it too. Let's make a children's cartoon about orphan dogs who are getting chased by a poacher.
Who wants to skin them and turn them into coats? Why not?
So
Actually, that's the whole story for that Australian movie too, right? The Land Down Under one with the poacher guy.
yeah,
Yeah.
that was the eagle.
With the lizard?
Yeah.
Oh, I was explaining that to my buddy the other day. I was oh man, with the eggs. Oh
Can't think of
yeah.
the name of that one, but it's like, whoa, were they using the same plot? Wait, Aladdin. Okay, never mind.
Rescuers Down Under.
Rescuers
Yeah.
Down Under. That's what
Yeah.
it was. That was what they
I
Down
just
Under.
recently watched that one. Yeah.
The
Yeah.
little mice.
It was
Horrific.
mice and
They were so sophisticated, those little mice. They were.
They were that, and like it was it was Bob Newhart played one of the mice. Can you imagine that? Of course, it would be like
Yeah.
Steve Carell if it was remade
Yeah.
today. But
Yeah.
but what a classic. What a classic cast. You know,
Bianca was the lady mouse's name.
the whole thing
Bianca.
he's trying to work up the the courage to propose to her. The whole thing, the whole
That's
movie.
right. That's right.
It's so classic. Like, where did that sweet folky, kind of plot? Like, we need more of that. Like, he's like, oh, I have to work up my, he's like, oh.
John Candy was the albatross, right?
Yes,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
right.
Yes.
The albatross.
1991, I think. Is that what it is?
1990. Yeah, I'm pulling it up.
1990.
Speaking of like the old mouse cartoons and shit, y'all ever watch Fievel?
Oh, yeah.
I was just thinking.
I miss Fievel.
Five Goes West.
Yes, that was my
Oh,
favorite.
cats in
I
America,
can't remember the
the
cat's name,
streets
but I
are
love it.
paved with cheese.
So,
I love that when he's training the cat how to be a dog. Oh shit.
Yes.
Bark, bark, bark. Rah, rah, rah. Rah, rah. Wow, wow, wow.
wow.
Oh, there's
I
gonna be
would
so many
say-
great clips to make shorts on for this one, and they're all gonna be in the Disney community. Like classic nostalgic reactions to different Disney things.
So many. I would
Back
say
when
like
Disney
probably
used to
was
be
it like
good and liked
90%
money.
of this cast has passed away now.
Oh, how sad.
There's I'm going to briefly describe this, and then the four of you can come to a consensus of does it sound familiar or not. I have been struggling to try and remember it. I have this memory of like an animated short, or maybe it was a full episode where this chimp is left in charge by I think like humans, or maybe it's an orangutan, but when the humans come back, or when they come back, he's totally screwed up the town. It's like a Macbeth sort of story where then he's chased out. I think he has long hair, and I feel like he has a sash of like mortar shells around him, and they chase him, and they. Does this sound familiar at all?
So this kind of sounds like Tailspin.
Woohoo!
Sounds amazing. I want to see it.
It kind of sounds like so the Tailspin cartoon was a spin-off. So it was basically the Jungle Book characters, but like more anthropomorphic than in Jungle Book. But and Blue like flew a plane or whatever, and then what was the chimp's name? What was what was his name? The chimp leader in Jungle Book.
The orangutan King
The
Louis.
orangutan king. Yeah, what was his name?
King Louis.
Louis. Yeah, Louis.
I'm the king of the jungle, baby. Oh,
Louis
don't
wore
mess
something
around.
similar to like a sash or whatever, something like that. Seems to be
I wanna walk like you, talk like you, what do, ooh, bop, bop, baloo, baloo.
I was reminded of the new Godzilla X Kong New Empire, which I have to say was pretty damn good. There's a character, Scar King. It's a similar character to Scar King, but it's a fun movie, by the way. Give it a shot.
Chico Bon Bon. I used artificial intelligence, maybe. Chico Bon Bon, a monkey with a tool belt? No,
Monkey with a tool belt.
it's not quite a mortar shell belt. It's just a tool belt.
Somebody's cosplay of Louis.
This looks so vaguely familiar. I think my brother used to watch this.
There's Louis.
think-
Like there's a toy of Louis. I'm trying to find like an actual picture of him
Oh yeah, no, it's not Chico Bon Bon, but that does make me wish I had Bon Bon chicken here. You guys know Bon Bon? Oh my god.
though. Did you put that in the private chat?
I'm the king of the jungle, baby.
Yeah. Well, here's Louis. The way you described him. So this is what maybe you said a sash or something long hair.
Put in that Scar King. Put in that Scar King. That's the closest depiction of what I'm trying to, because that's what I was like. God, I've seen this kind of archetype. This monkey who gets this monkey that gets power and then he just ruins everything. And then by the time that they come back, it's too late, and they have to like chase him out of town and try and kill him because he's crazy.
Shit.
How old is this?
This is just out now. Scar King's out now with this Godzilla movie. It's really fun.
Oh yeah, this one. Yeah. But the one that you're trying to remember.
Oh yeah. So I have this is guys. We're going on
dream.
we're going on too long with this. We'll never
Oh,
think
no,
about
it's
it. I think it even could be like some sort of strange origin story that happens in a larger movie, or it's like a strange 70s sort of.
Oh, like a Planet of the Apes character?
Possibly.
There's an orangutan guy in the Planet of the Apes.
Kobo is like Koba. I thought it. Because I went down the ChatGPT. I was like trying to find it because it was such a good. I remember it being such a really good story. But I don't know. I think I don't know. It's one of those things that'll just come later in life if I'm lucky enough.
Probably end up smacking you somewhere in like wee hours in the morning. You'll be like, "That's what it was."
Yeah, that just happens increasingly now as I'm getting older. Where I'm like, I can't remember it. I just hope that it smacks me in the face later.
Fuck, you had to get old for that?
Yeah.
Damn.
I don't know. It's weird.
Thank you guys for that wormhole. Sorry
No,
about
totally
that.
fine. Look,
Bro, that's the entirety of the show is nothing
Yeah.
but wormholes. The occasional bit of plot.
basically I have articles and stuff to if the conversation starts to die off. I just want constant just constant talking points or whatever. Banter.
All right, well, here's one. Tell me this, real honest answers. Why has there never been Cheeto flavored Doritos and Dorito flavored Cheetos? Why?
Because they would kill each other. We would all spontaneously combust after the first bite.
So what are
We wouldn't
Cheetos
know what to
actually
do with
made
ourselves,
of?
and our
though?
heads would explode.
What are Cheetos mostly made of? So like Doritos
Cheetos.
is corn chips, right?
Well,
So
Soylent Green is made of people, so
you guys can be silly. I'm gonna go scientific. So you guys go ahead and be
Oh.
silly.
well, I can guarantee you it's going to be modified or genetically modified
Cheese
corn
dust.
products. It's going to start with corn. It's going to be corn and any other
Cheetos are
parts of
manufactured by
any
blending
other
corn,
plants
water.
that naturally come out of the
Use
ground are
corn-
going to be
the germ
genetically
of the corn
modified.
is removed and prevent the spoiling. The germless corn is then ground into cornmeal. So it's cornmeal. Okay, so it's cornmeal and rises.
There's been so many stupid cross promotional things. Like, why? Like, do they just hate each other? Do the Dorito camp hate the Cheeto camp?
They're both owned by Lay's, so I don't think that's the case. I think they're just
They
supposed-
try to go into the other
You know,
room, and they're like,
think
"We
they're-
see
I
you."
think they're
Since
differentiated just
COVID,
to be
All the small
differentiated.
chip companies have been bought out. Like there were a couple of smaller chip companies that were growing big. Big Chip couldn't handle it. So now your Skinny Pop used to have an ingredients list that was like yay big, and that's why people got Skinny Pop. And now it's owned by Big Chip, and now that ingredients list is.
Well,
but it's still Skinny Pop.
I was doing, I was doing this on this health kick thing where I'm trying to like read a lot of ingredient stuff and all that, and then an article showed it like a bag of M&Ms in like UK or whatever, and then a bag of M&Ms in the States, and the bag of M&Ms in the UK is like 10 ingredients, maybe something like that, and then like the US is like 30 or whatever of all these chemicals and stuff like, and
Hey.
our FDA is supposed to keep that away from us, but yet they're just getting their palms greasy about it.
Oh yeah.
So
Well, they like
Cheeto
how
flavored
we're just
Doritos
wonderful guinea
though.
pigs.
The only thing I can think of, just legitimately, logically, they must have tried it, and then it must have just not been good. Like what?
3D
What else?
Doritos. Remember that? 3D
What?
Doritos.
Oh
That was
my
a
God.
Dorito with some substance.
Look at here.
That's as close as
looky
we'll
here.
ever get. With the,
1995. This happened.
Cheetos.
This has already happened,
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah.
Oh
Wait,
my
what?
Here,
God.
Chester
Oh, shit!
cheese Doritos.
The hell's going on?
Oh my God! Why don't they
I
bring
was
it
gonna,
back?
I was
Here
gonna
we
show
go.
that a while ago, but I wasn't sure
Cheetos
if it
and
was real
flaming.
or not.
So you can get Cheetos, flaming hot, and Doritos in the same bag.
Wait,
I
click
want
shopping.
it.
See if there's an expired one we can order.
Yes, we'll send it all the way
Where's
across.
Science?
Yeah,
everywhere,
but
so everyone's gonna-
this is your one right
Part
here.
of the one chip challenge.
So, we
Yeah.
got a cheese.
It's
30-year-old
expired that will
chip
die.
We got Fiery Fusion, both in Doritos and Cheetos. So I don't
The
know if
next
it's the same
screen
flavor
is just
or
a
not.
picture of an
Wow.
X-ray with a chip inside of your stomach showing up. You know? Turns out that chip doesn't biodegrade. What is that?
Yeah, did you hear?
Back
Did you
in
hear?
1995, there was Cheetos flavored Doritos called Chester's. Tried replicated the bag design of Doritos or whatever.
Oh my God.
So yeah, this happened.
Oh,
This happened. We have sleuthed it out.
Wow. And they're just too scared to do it again.
You know what I wish they'd bring back? Crystal clear Pepsi.
Oh.
We get that once in a while over here.
I've yet to see it since the 90s. I can remember you would still get it in glass bottles back then, and then
Oh right.
somebody found like a case and it's no longer clear, it's brown again or whatever, and they tried drinking it and it's just straight Epicac at that point, and they just they just vomited profusely, I suppose. Yep.
Yeah. Look at that.
So there we go. So there was Cheeto flavored Doritos, Dorito flavored Cheeto, no Cheeto flavored Doritos, but I don't see any Dorito flavored Cheetos. I don't know. It was some kind of weird chip baby
Cowards.
they had. I do wonder if
Cowards.
Dorito like a Cool Ranch Cheeto.
Oh man.
So I can
Now
remember back
we're
then it was
talking.
Cooler
I'd
Ranch
definitely
Cheetos.
try
and
that.
stuff.
Now we're cooking with gas, Bubba. Let's go.
Oh, Vancouver Crystal Pepsi. Oh no! That
Oh yeah.
My
We had
God.
it for a while. It's gone now, but it'll come back probably again.
I bet you there's somebody
sporadic
selling
re-releases through the
fake things.
2010s.
Bet you there's someone shipping bottles of Crystal Pepsi out, and it's really
That
just
was
water.
Crystal Pepsi was the most mind-blowing thing back in the
No, it was Pepsi Blue. I'll
Yeah.
never be able to see that again. It was my favorite. God damn.
Did it
The
taste just like
closest
regular
thing-
Pepsi though?
No, it tastes like Mountain
So it's
Dew.
like a Mountain Dew, yeah.
I forget which one it was.
Aha.
Crystal clear Pepsi
No.
blew my mind because it tasted like cola, but it was clear. That was what blew my mind. They had like, was it Hunt's or Heinz had like the colored ketchups? It was supposed to be.
Oh, the
Oh,
purple
It didn't even
ketchup.
taste like ketchup though. That green and blue ketchup, it was gross, disgusting.
Oh, that threw me off. As soon as I saw purple on my hot dog when I was a kid, I was like, yeah, fuck that.
Disgusting.
It's gross.
This is going into the exotic meat section like we did last time.
No, yeah.
Oh God.
we
The kids who ate paste love that purple ketchup.
the segment a few weeks ago, Eli brought up a thing about exotic meats, and they had like you get like raccoon hot dogs, and like it was all these different kinds of animals you could get made into hot
Raccoon,
dogs.
Zebra, hot
alpaca,
dog.
camel, zebra.
Like, pretty much name an animal, you could get
You
a
get a
random
hot dog
body
of it.
part. It's weird.
They chose the cutest picture for the raccoons. I don't know why they did that.
The bunnies too. It was like the softest, fluffiest little bunny. They're like, we're
Why
gonna
would you
fucking
do
kill this
that?
for you.
Look at this cute thing in the eye, and then I dare you to order a bag.
Yeah. So
We had a math teacher in 5th grade who had clear blood, and it would like if we asked him to, he would show it. So he would make a slight cut, and he would bleed into a vial, and it would be clear, and he would put it on a Bunsen burner and boil it, and we would all be just amazed. And it turned out later, after I graduated, like 10 years later, he was an alien.
Eli's an alien.
I believed you.
Well, okay.
You know,
Technically, isn't all blood clear until it hits oxygen, and the oxygen
it's
is
blue.
what turns it?
It's all blood is blue
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah. Like it's not the red color is because of oxygen.
because of oxygen. Yeah.
That reminds me, earlier today, my son asked me, Dad, are clouds made of candy? And he was so cute. And I was like, no, son, they're made out of water moisture. And then he asked me again, Dad, what's Earth's defense system? I was like, what? And then I remembered I don't have a son. And he asked again, his eyes obsidian black, what is the
Yeah.
defense system, father?
Yes. I wonder if he knew my math teacher from 5th grade.
They're
I-
pen pals.
is about like the time I had a pistol in a drawer in the kitchen, and the wife asked me, "Why do you have a pistol in a drawer in the kitchen?" And I said, "Well, because of Transformers." She said, "Transformers?" And I said, "Yeah, just in case of Transformers." And I laughed, and she laughed, and the toaster laughed, and I shot the toaster.
I see what you did there.
That's a great one. That's great. That's classic.
Yeah.
That's
Everyone watching just unplug their toasters just to be safe.
Well, they would actually talk back to you now with Wi-Fi and whatnot.
Yeah.
Anyone
smart
got an
toasters.
Amazon toaster?
No, I do not have Amazon. Like the Amazon Alexa thing. Like I've heard so many horror stories. I'm like, I don't want none of that crap in my house. Like they'll take over.
I've seen so many videos of the Alexa machines, just like they'll ask them a question and for some reason it'll glitch out and it just starts this weird screaming sound. And I'm like, burn it.
There was the one too was like Alexa does the CIA listen to these deals and it just shut off. Like it was like, no.
Like,
Just
damn,
power
that's
off.
not suspicious at all. Thank you.
Do you guys have a garbage disposal? Excuse me, like a food garbage disposal thing in your drain?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you know in your mind that it's not going to turn off if you have to reach down there. But isn't it a little scary every time you
Oh,
reach
every
down
time.
there? You're
I
like,
never stick
Oh,
my
yeah.
hand all the way down in there.
I use a fork.
that's-
I use a fork and I just kind of like,
What's the thing? I have to get forks out of it, or whatever.
Just imagine giving the power of your garbage disposal over to AI. Would you
Oh my
ever
God.
put
No.
your hand down there
No.
again? Like there's no switch.
Right.
It's automatic.
yeah.
It just knows. And it can tell what's food and what's hand.
be
You
one
know,
of the
they-
days you piss it off, you sit there and be like, you stupid AI. And it's like, I heard that.
The,
No, it-
Go clean the garbage disposal now. There's no one at the door. It's locked anyway. Go check the disposal now.
It's time to play chicken.
I'm sorry, Dave. I can't do that.
there was a thing that come out like the Nest thermostat things, the like Wi-Fi.
Google Nest, didn't it?
Well, yeah, there's Google Nest. Well, it used to just be Nest. I guess maybe Google bought it out or whatever. There's like basically it's like your thermostat you can hook up to your Wi-Fi or whatever. And like
They're making nests.
the automated like settings was like, oh yeah, you want to raise your temperatures in the summertime when like the heat is up. You want your temperature inside your house to be in the 80s throughout the day, and like and then at night, turn it up to like 76 or whatever. I'm like, that is terrible. I would die. No, my house needs to be cold all the time. Screw that noise. Somebody was like, saw that. Was like, I will let the whole world run out of power before I turn my thermostat. Fuck everybody else.
That is an American or Western comment. Right
Oh,
there.
for sure.
I will let the whole world burn before I set my shit to 76.
Oh,
Damn.
no way would I do that.
Oh.
Dubes is lucky that it doesn't ever get above 55 degrees up there.
Oh, that's true. Well, he's got the heater. He's the opposite direction. He's got a he's got a in the
You
south.
can put a
he's got
lot
the
more clothes
humidity
on.
and the
You
heat.
can only take off so many.
That's
That's been my complaint for years.
that's just science. That's math. That math's up right there.
Is it
But I'm
super
terrible
cold
at
where you're
math.
at, Dubes, like all the time, or I don't know.
Well, tomorrow we're getting like, no, it's the summer months right now. We get highs of 46,
Okay,
and like, you know what I mean. And
that's Fahrenheit,
if it's
right?
humid,
46
yeah,
Celsius
yeah.
would be hot as shit.
Oh,
Highs
yeah,
of 46.
yeah.
Sounds like
And those days, I like to put my head in the freezer and stay there.
What's 40,
Do
what
you
is
have
that
like a
translate to
garage
Fahrenheit?
I could put a sleeping
That is
bag in?
Fahrenheit,
What?
because
There.
that is Fahrenheit. 46 degrees Celsius would be hot as hell.
yeah.
It's
We
like
get,
29
that's
degrees
about it.
Celsius is like 80 degrees Fahrenheit.
Bruh, just 3 days ago, it was 115 here.
Whoa.
I'm
That's hot.
dying.
Well, it's only been 1,000% humidity and 95 degrees here, so
Oh, your search history. No.
it's just Cheetos. No, this is Firefox. Firefox doesn't have any of my search history in it. Like, this is just for stream. I have a separate browser for stream.
Sassy.
What'd you say? 46 Celsius to Fahrenheit. Yeah, that's hot.
Yeah.
114.
Hey!
Is it 46 degrees Celsius up there?
Not right now.
Has it been?
Tomorrow, but like tomorrow we're gonna hit 31, and then by August it'll get more.
Okay,
more
I know
warmer,
that's,
and
that's much hotter than I. So
And then we drop right down into
So
the
there's no
negative
snow
50s.
on the ground right now.
no,
Oh fuck no. We're
is it-
swimming. We're wearing shorts. We're wearing t-shirts. I don't live in igloos, guys.
Socks and sandals.
We got water and electricity out here too, fuckers. What the fuck?
I worked in North Dakota.
Yeah,
I'm
I-
sure about that.
It's true. I gotta deal with bears and coyotes coming at my front door every fucking night. But that's about
Calm,
it. But
calm,
the
welcome
weather
back,
is
calm.
it's okay.
Hey man, gotta watch out for them skinwalkers. You don't know when they're coming around.
Oof.
We got to deal with mosquitoes here that will rape
Oh,
other
mosquitoes are a
birds
pain in the ass.
in Arkansas.
Yeah. The state bird of Arkansas is now mosquito.
Mosquito. No. Well, so I worked in North Dakota.
I fucking
on and off
hated
for
living in Arkansas.
a
It
couple
was
years,
horrible.
and yeah, in the summertime it would get up to 100 degrees, but it was a real dry heat, which I'm used to being super humid.
Miserable.
So in an oil field, we had to wear like long pants, long sleeves all the time. But in 100-degree weather up there, it was still halfway bearable, even in long sleeves and stuff. But like if I was to I wear long pants now. I'm out of my truck for more than 10 minutes. I'm just soaked. I hate it.
You know, the oil fields is where Vaseline originated, and it was probably actually his teacher from 5th grade. The guy, he would go around. He was a chemist, and he would go around to the different oil well sites trying to sell different things, looking at different chemical properties, what have you. And he saw the oil workers when they would get cut or whatever, the sludge that would form at the bottom of the oil rigs, they would grab it and just put it on them, and those scars or wounds would heal way faster, noticeably faster than not using anything, especially back in the day. So he, being a chemist, figured out a way to make the black sludge clear, because no one would put that black sludge on him. And he went around town to town trying to sell it. No one would buy it because there was a lot of snake oil salesmen at the time. So he would go to towns and cut himself, put up a little table outside and cut himself, and then put that on it in front of people. And he'd have the scars from all the different towns that he went to. And he'd be like, yep, this was Philadelphia 3 weeks ago. This was Cincinnati 2 weeks ago. And they'd see that he was actually healing, and the fact that he was actually cutting himself, like, who would do that? So they would purchase it within 1 year of his gimmick of cutting himself, which was really a gimmick, but within 1 year of doing that, he became, every pharmacist in the country was begging for him to send them Vaseline.
The
And it
origin
came in these
stories
little
of David
blue
Vaseline.
David Vaseline. Yeah.
Vaseline
It's a
was
true
his last
story.
name.
So if you get one of those little blue glass bottles that he used to pack that stuff into, it's actually worth some money to certain collectors.
That would make sense. That the crude oil actually, surprisingly enough, the sludge, the black stuff, that's just dirt for the most part. That's what.
Yeah.
Because I hauled crude oil too, and there's a few different kinds. The stuff in North Dakota was a real dark green color, and then the stuff in Texas, because I hauled crude oil in Texas too, it looked like gasoline. Like it was just like a yellow gasoline, real thin, watery stuff, and that was what was considered crude oil. I know even me still, when I think oil, I think of oil like in a quart that you pour in your vehicle.
Yeah. Like tar sitting on the
it's real thick and viscous.
Bubbling.
But it's not. It's real.
Or like with that black and white commercial with the Beverly Hillbillies. They struck gold, black gold. That is.
Yeah. Most of that's just dirt though and sediment washing up. Okay. Anything else? We want to move on to another article, or has anybody else got something else they want to bring up? Totally open source tonight.
Tonight on Open Source, welcome in.
So there's a new Xbox ad, going back to Xbox again. Xbox latest ad tells you that you don't need an Xbox anymore. Xbox's future in the console gaming is unclear, with its recent publishing philosophy aiming to spread its games across multi-platform alongside its emphasis on cloud streaming. It's pushing through Amazon and Nvidia partnerships that's never felt like this. Like there's less interest in its hardware suite. The latest advert reiterates that, telling players that they don't even need an Xbox anymore. No console, don't be scared. The Xbox ad headline reads. It's followed by a video of a parody of Scream, which in which somebody is asked to play Xbox since they don't have their console. The only option is to play via Xbox. Amazon Fire TV. While it's a creative advert, it's certainly a bold statement. You don't need an Xbox to play Xbox, the voice of the corporate marketing says. So, looking like they're not only are they trying to go more streaming, they're actually trying to do subscription-based streaming games. They're actually trying to do like live streaming.
It sounds like someone in their advertising department showed up for a meeting and was like, all right, guys, it's time to think outside the Xbox. Okay. What are we gonna do?
Yeah.
I'm gonna need to hear some input today from everybody on what we can do to do that.
That was an interesting.
Yeah, let's run with it. I like it.
Moving away from
press release later today.
We had reported a couple weeks ago about Xbox no longer doing like their own, having other companies build Xboxes instead of just a Microsoft thing where you could get like
3 companies will build.
Yeah, like Asus could build
different
one. Like people that make computer components and stuff may be building the Xboxes from now on, something like that. Interesting enough. So I have to bring this up because it's mandatory. Any podcast, anytime I see this thing in the news, I have to bring it up now because this
I thought
is
we were
brand.
getting away.
Sorry. Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League second season gets a last minute delay. So basically, I've been super critical of this game since before it was even released. I hate it. It's dumb. I'm ready for it to be out of the thing because I'm just tired of it. Anyway, I won't even read the whole article because I just don't care.
You don't quite care for it.
I just don't care. So did you guys hear are you guys familiar with the
He snuck that Suicide Squad. He was like, you know what? Fuck it, Suicide Squad. I was reading the article. But anyway, we covered it. Moving on.
Wait, okay. So here we go. I've got a video for this. Space can fuck off. I don't give a shit.
Lucky Space.
So is anybody familiar with the YouTuber Boogie? Is it 2988 or whatever it is?
I've heard about it. Him.
So Boogie
But I don't really know.
2988. I'm not super familiar with him. Like he's been kind of in the. He's been a big YouTuber he's like 4 million plus followers on YouTube.
Holy!
He's from Arkansas.
Wow.
Holy!
No.
But he went on to a podcast last night, and so basically his biggest thing in the last few years is he's had cancer
Oh,
and is trying to garner a bunch of support from his fans and whatnot. Well, on a podcast last night, it was kind of revealed that he doesn't have cancer, and he's basically been faking this shit for years.
what have you
Bruh.
been using the money for?
Well, that's just
Drugs.
it, man. It was the craziest. I watched this podcast today. Somebody reacting to it. It was like
You'd think of like,
this guy was. I don't know, man. I hope he's done. Like I'm just tired of
is
it.
that
But-
like fraud on some level?
well, so he last week he made like a shifty Bitcoin thing, like a shit.
I was hearing about that.
It scammed like $10,000 off of his followers, fan base, or whatever.
Ooh.
And then because he needed the money for some kind of test or whatever for his cancer treatment. And then last night people were like on this podcast was like, "Hey, send me a screenshot of your diagnosis so you can prove that." He's like, "No, I won't do it." He's like, and then like the bounty got up to like $70,000. People were like, "You show me the screenshot, I'll give you X amount of dollars or whatever." He's like, no, too
Shoo.
private. Same guy that's like been naked on his streams, had like this crazy documentary about him. He's just this guy's just a nutball. The reason I bring it up though is because it sounds like his career as a YouTuber is pretty much over. I'm gonna apply for the next fat Arkansas guy to have 4 million followers. Can I just go ahead and take over that fan base? How do I get in on that? Because I may
Is he
not.
a
I'm
squirrel?
probably not.
Well, actually, you're on the right path. By doing this weekly podcast and slowly growing a community, you're on the sure, straightforward, and narrow path, buddy. Just
And
keep on
he's-
climbing. And anyone who
what-
gets in your way, step on them bastards and use them to get over to see the next mountain of people that you need to step over to continue to
Well, if you're wanting to go for the stereotypical fat thing, it's not stepping on them. You want to sit on them.
I don't know. I just thought it was funny to bring up. I saw that earlier.
I'm gonna look this guy up. He's on YouTube. Was it Boogie and Cancer Fraud, something like that?
Yeah, Boogie 2988. Yeah, controversial YouTuber Boogie 2988 accused of faking cancer diagnosis. There's
I think
Destiny,
Oopaville covered.
Yeah, Oopaville's covered him. Mudahar's covered him. Like he's been around for a long time. Like he's been on YouTube for a long time. I've heard bits and pieces about him. Like, well, he had a scandal a few years ago because somebody apparently confronted him at his house and he like pulled a gun on him.
Hey, yo!
Threatened to shoot him and like fired the gun off in the air and stuff. And he lives in Fayetteville, Arkansas, which is like a super liberal town in Arkansas, and in a suburb more than likely. So that's a big no. Don't do that. Don't fire a weapon off in the. That's stupid.
Wait,
Don't do that.
fired it off?
Yeah, he shot it off in the air or whatever. So that was a big
Fucking idiot.
controversy a few years ago, and then he also tried to do the Twitch meta where the girls were like censoring out parts of their bodies or whatever. He basically got naked and censored out parts of his body. I don't know. I mean, maybe that's why he's popular because I don't think I could ever go that far. I don't really know.
Shenanigans.
What's up, brother?
So, Jamal, welcome in. So I wanted to just touch base on that because that's something that popped up on.
Yeah, I think my hot take is that if anytime I hear about somebody for whatever field they're in, they're faking cancer for their own benefit, I say more power to you. More power to you. Just
It's scummy to me though. It always feels it's disingenuous because they're playing off of sympathies for stuff that for stuff that people.
who knows? Maybe he's ahead of his time. Maybe in 10, 15 years, we'll all pretend we have cancer.
He's 350 pounds. I don't know if he'll make it 10 or 15 years. let's be honest.
Wait a minute. Say that again.
Oh, dude, sorry. Well, you look like you take better care of yourself than
It's just
Good
because
food
I'm
it is.
beef.
that's right.
Beefcake.
You carry it much
I'm
better.
beefcake.
This guy, I don't know.
Sorry, I'm back. I went down the rabbit hole.
Did you? What did you find out?
Ultimately, it's just a bunch of people accusing him of not having cancer and him saying that he does and that he doesn't have to prove it.
Wow.
And there's a lot of major streamers wanting him to prove it just so that everyone will shut up. And there's a lot of other major people saying his medical, everything is his private business. And anyone who wanted to
totally
support
is.
him
The
should
weirdest.
have never supported him if they were going to get proof. It needed proof to support him. You're giving your money away to strangers
Yeah.
on the internet. If people are doing it for way more money for lesser causes,
That's true.
and the fact that cancer is involved just pulls on people's heartstrings.
Yeah,
So you
that's-
think
that's
that
my
maybe
biggest
it's a possibility that it's a, there's some foul play involved. And I mean,
Well,
It's all-
that was the thing because I
relative,
watched
really.
the interview or whatever of the podcast, and he was and as Gemma says, it's private business, but like as soon as he got the diagnosis, he was the first one on Twitter or YouTube or whatever making a video saying he got cancer. Like immediately said that. But then when somebody
well, imagine
says,
it's like
"Show me the
penis
receipt,"
cancer or like
he's
ball
like, "It's my
cancer.
private. It's my privacy. I don't want to show the receipts." Like, but you've been playing off people saying you have cancer, but you don't want to. But you want that to be private. Does it?
Private
You
business.
made
Brody
it your
Brock.
personality. You made it your persona. You made it out into that public to
Yeah.
tug on the heartstrings to get money from people, and then also
That's
brought
right.
up a bunch of things about how he needed the money for his cancer treatments and he was going to die without them, and he borrowed money from people and stuff like that, lying about. And then it turns out it was all
What's he doing with
This
all
is-
the money?
he lost.
Where's
it,
all the money
he
going?
lost it on cryptocurrency, like a crypto crap.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
You
So-
can't. I look at it a different way. You can't really be mad at him.
Well,
Because-
grifter's gonna grift, I
he-
guess. Yeah.
He
Grifters.
played the game. He played the game. He suckered everybody in to send him money. It's the
Yeah.
typical scammer. It's.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just that's why.
Wait,
you
what's
gotta
his
be
name
careful.
again?
Boogie.
Boogie?
Boogie 2988.
I think that guy called me about my car's extended warranty.
Probably.
Holy shit. At least he's out of the telemarketing scams and moved up in the world, my guy. 4 million, you say.
Yeah.
By the way, I waive your car's extended warranty if you follow me on YouTube.
How'd you get my number?
I have my ways.
How do you know I have a YouTube account? Do you work for the
Oh.
government?
Found you on OnlyFans, Eli.
Oh, sh-
Mansley. Got a
Gosh.
screen rant. Terrible and unfunny. The upcoming Borderlands movie is getting crucified in early reactions. This particular early reaction of the movie comes to us via Daniel Richmond. What do you make of this news? Are you still going to watch the movie when it's released in cinemas? We'd love to hear your thoughts and comments. He said he watched I read something that he watched like 30 something minutes of this movie, and they said it's just terrible, not good. Which
I am so unsurprised.
yeah, like color me shocked basically, because when I watched the trailer eventually, I was like, this is going to be terrible. And I argued with Bushwick, our mutual friend Henry.
Yeah.
He argued with me because he's like, oh, well, Kate Blanchett's in it and she's a great actress or whatever. I was like, she's a terrible cast for the character she's cast as.
Let me see who directed it. They're so lucky that she agreed to do it, obviously, because
Yeah.
she adds such weight to it.
Well,
If she
okay.
wasn't in it, we wouldn't even take it
So
seriously.
we got Kate
but,
Blanchett. We got Jamie Lee Curtis in this as well.
Mhm.
Oh, right.
Kevin Hart's in it. But
Kevin Hart?
But the problem with it is like
Is there a
Me and
preview for
Nemo
this
are-
we watched?
pretty familiar with the what's that?
We watched the preview for this,
We
right?
watched the
It
trailer,
kind of
yeah. But
did it look like a weird Guardians of the Galaxy?
Yes.
Yeah,
That-
kind of.
that's what it is. That's how they're marketing it. But I think Eli Roth is good enough that it's going to be at least interesting.
Well, see that
You can't.
the biggest thing is like so for
is a
normies
picture.
or whatever, it could be
What is
interesting,
Eli?
but for fans of actual Borderlands, like me and Nemo have both played all of the games or whatever. Kate Blanchett's character that she plays, Lilith, is in her late 20s, early 30s. That's the character.
She looks young.
Looks young. Is young.
I look yeah, and it's
Uh,
I'm sorry, as much as she is a beautiful woman, you's a little too old. Put in some
Ages!
CGI. Yes, I am.
Ages!
Yes,
Ages!
in fact.
Hold
You're
on,
welcome.
cancel culture committee. We've got an alert, a red alert, section 5.
Oh,
Go ahead.
Tannis, the
Ah.
Jamie Lee Curtis's character, also in her early 30s, mid 30s maybe.
Don't crap on the movie until you see the full product.
I'm never
I
gonna
don't
watch
trust
the full.
Hollywood.
I'm never gonna watch the full product. Let's just be honest.
You know what?
I'll
Because
pirate that
I'll
shit.
I'll give you a little history here. Remember when Heath Ledger was cast as Joker?
oh. All right.
Okay,
telling you.
I'm just
I'll
saying.
let your
I'm
boy
just-
cook. Let him cook.
You know,
Let him cook.
I can
He's
rem-
got
I
something
remember
going here.
I remember the backlash around it, but I was
When Michael
I didn't
Keegan
think
was
it was-
cast as Batman, people
yeah.
couldn't even get over that because he was in what was that one? The dad one there. He's got the. Anyways, he did a comedy and everyone was freaking out because Michael Keaton was cast as Batman. It's just like video game movies. No one's gonna be happy.
No.
It's hard to please everyone. It's just hard to please everyone.
The thing is, they
But
could be done.
you-
I think the casting is the worst part about this movie. This could be done because, like, okay, watching the trailer, like there were some of the guns and stuff that they used, like were almost one for one with the game. Like there was a gun with like a spinning barrel on it and stuff like that. It looked the outfits, the terrains and stuff all looked really good. The casting is where I think they've seriously messed up to me. Like that, like if they would have casted a younger, even an unknown actress to play Lilith or whatever, found somebody else, like to me they'd have been better off if it was more unknowns that were closer to the age range of what these characters are in the games. I think it would.
Because
I would have
this
been
movie,
more up with it. Instead of get old
Because
lady
this-
lands.
old lady, because the movie is the trailer for me was just like a straight fucking Guardian of the Galaxy knockoff.
Exactly.
I put something in the chat, and this is if Star Wars, the original Star Wars, and it's a Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh, yeah.
style.
Allow me to
Yeah,
introduce
yeah.
myself.
It's worth your time.
I'll turn this down so that
I am a Jedi. Why are you here? I'm looking for someone.
It's really low.
I know in case music plays or whatever, I don't want to get caught. I'm gonna turn it all the way down. So.
Right.
Oh yeah, music's gonna play.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't want to give too many clips because I don't want to be copyright. for all that
I'll be right.
stuff.
I'll be right back. I'll be right back.
Okay.
All right.
He's escaping.
Don't know the power.
Yeah, I put the clip in the chat. Without the music, you don't really get the Guardians of the Galaxy effect, or Guardians of the Galaxy effect. Yeah,
Right. Well,
they had
that's the thing, though.
they had a great sound,
Yeah.
but
No,
I did put it in.
I can
if anyone
totally,
wants
I
to
can
check
totally
it out.
see that. I can totally see that.
In either case, though, I already was so disappointed with what they did to Borderlands 3.
Yeah. The millennial writing stuff definitely.
And the fact that nothing from people can disagree. You are free to disagree. I personally think not a damn decent thing has really been released in the last like fucking 6 years from Hollywood since this woke bullshit started.
Yeah.
And I have no expectations for this thing to be anything else than more woke bullshit.
So, basically, since Endgame wasn't even that, I enjoyed Endgame well enough. It definitely had its issues, like as far as when writing and graphically and stuff like that.
6 years, so we're going back 2018.
Yeah. So yeah, 2016 is kind of when the woke stuff really kind of kicked off or whatever. Johnny
It was
the
around
Backseat
2014
Gamer,
when it
fuck yeah,
started
dudes,
coming
you're
up.
the best on the panel. Look at dudes getting a shout out.
What?
Let's
Dude,
go,
he's getting-
dudes!
he's getting a shout out from Johnny the Backseat Gamer.
Welcome in, Johnny. the
Oh,
Backseat
Johnny boy.
Gamer. Legendary.
What's up,
Johnny boy, the
pipes,
the pipes are calling.
So yeah, so Endgame, and then COVID hit, and then everybody's like, well, COVID's the reason why nobody's going to the theaters. And then Spider-Man No Way Home came out, and everybody went to the theaters and watched that movie. And then since then, it's just been terrible movie after terrible movie, and they're blaming it on COVID. They're blaming it on all these things why nobody wants to go to these movies. Nobody wants to go watch these movies because they're not making good movies.
I think that's one perspective. I think there's a multitude of variables that come into play. I think that
Yeah.
we see the demise of drive-in theaters from a previous generation, much
That's
like
been
we
the-
see the demise of walk-in theaters in this generation, because we have more forms of entertainment and we can get it from multiple platforms and outlets.
Well, if you're
So
paying
for a lot of the
$20
younger
subscription
people-
to Netflix or whatever
Yeah.
subscription deal, or you can go spend $20 or $30 on movie tickets, or you can just watch it in your own house. Like you're already paying for it.
Exactly.
No,
You
I
used
mean,
to
there's
have to
definitely
go
that.
sneak the girl to the movies and make out in the back to have a long time. Well, now there's Netflix and chill. And the kids don't want to go to the movies and risk getting caught when they can just
Now-
stay at home. and
They gotta
violate
do the old
themselves right there.
popcorn trick.
You know what I mean? It's a lot easier to pull off the popcorn trick when you just got the microwave bag. You put it in the microwave and it goes boom. You know what I mean? Bada boom.
Bada bing,
Bada
bada boom.
Hey, I mean, I've heard. I think there's a
Oh.
multitude of reasons that
I'm trying to look
the
at
movie industry seems to be in decline. I think in general, people are spending more time consuming media. I think people are in general are watching
It's
way more
YouTube.
TV.
No,
I
people
think
are
it's
watching
way
more YouTube than anything else right now.
Yeah, YouTube. There's more screen time than there was in the past. Your hours of your day that the average person, I think that has increased. I do. And I just think that, as compared to before, it's not just like after work, we watch whatever comes on at 5 or 6, some kind of sitcoms or whatever. And once in a while we go to the movies. Like, it's just not like a major popular thing. And let's face it, everything's expensive as fuck. And like you said, if you got a $20 subscription, I can watch movies all month long from the comfort of my home instead of going out into this fucked up world where I can spend fucking $40, for me and one person to go out to the movies and get popcorn and fucking a drink for just a little bit a time. But if there's a major movie, if you're a big fan, you're still going out to the theater. If
I just
something
said
big comes,
there hasn't been a
you're
lot of fanfare.
still
Though.
there. You're a Star Wars person, you're still going to see the fucking Star Wars shit. If you're a Disney person, you're still going. I still went to see Godzilla. I even got this guy right here to go into the movie theaters. This is when the podcast started 29 weeks ago when Godzilla -1 came out.
30 weeks.
We went to the movies and 31 because that's right, holidays and that one time.
Well,
the movie was so epic. We were like, we're starting a podcast. We're going to talk about movies and stuff. And we're good. Oh, it's such a good movie. Oh my God, it was a good movie. We're fucking pumped. Just like that.
You bring up a great point. You do bring up a great point, and I think the film industry knows that it's these big event pictures. It's the ones that you don't want to see on a small screen. You want to experience it with others. You want like for instance, you had Dune. That was a really big deal. People wanted to see that in theaters, but also a smaller picture, Inside Out 2. I remember talking to my partner, and I was like, hey, I don't think I want to miss the experience of seeing this in the theaters. I want to be around people. I want that excitement, and I want that sort of community feeling because it's such a great, those pictures. So, but I think it'll survive. I think it'll survive because of that desire of yeah, I don't need to see this one. I don't need to see this one, but you know what? Let's all go to this one. You know what I mean?
I really hope it does. So the next big movie coming out that I'm going to see in the theaters, and that's the Deadpool Wolverine movie.
Oh yeah.
That one looks good. The 26th. So when's the 26th? It's
the day after the 25th.
It's Friday. So yeah. So the 25th is a Thursday. So we'll do the podcast, and then it comes out the 26th or whatever.
Nice.
So we may watch it and review it the next week or whatever on the following week on the podcast. But there's actually a couple new trailers. I don't know if you guys are interested in the trailers or not.
I like single wides, double wides. I like all kinds of trailers.
Don't want to be spoiled on it. But to me, that's the next biggest one. Godzilla definitely was.
It was good. We missed the black and white re-release, and I'm kind of upset about that because I'll never get to experience the cinematic version of that movie in black and white. Even if I watch it in the house in black and white, never going to be as epic as it was. And there was even a loud movie next door in the theater next door. And I don't go to the movies a lot, so I was a little bit caring about the fact that I could hear the bass from whatever scene was in the movie next door and the quiet scene in my movie. But it was still so epic that I was like, yeah, fuck that bass, man. This is the shit right here. Look at that Godzilla.
To me, well, Godzilla was a great experience, but Godzilla also had a $16 million budget. And was
16?
One of the
really
best
low
movies that came out last year.
The only movie I'm looking forward to is only coming out in 2025, so I have a long time
Which-
to wait.
Don't tell me, is it that Superman one? The one that the
Oh,
costume
Superman.
looks bad in?
Superman.
All the costumes look bad in? I'm gonna be honest with you,
no.
dude. I'm not after seeing some of
Oh,
the
no.
teasers and stuff from the back.
Don't look at the costume. Do not look at the suit.
Don't look at the
because-
suit. The suit is the whole point of the thing. What do you mean? Don't look at the suit. They're gonna
Okay.
They're gonna CGI in it, make
Okay.
it better.
Just like they did
Come
with Henry Cavill, just like they did with
Well,
Brandon
Henry
Routh.
look- Well, okay.
No, because if you go look at his test videos, he's baggy too. Now, okay, this is why movies critics and all this shit. You guys shit on movies before they come out. Don't do that. Watch it first. Watch it first. Nobody hate on my Superman.
The passion.
What about
Oh,
what about the
wow.
new Joker? You guys gonna go see the Joker?
I didn't watch.
I'm going to see
the
that
last
for
one.
sure.
That
And apparently, what's her face, Lady Gaga, puts one hell of a show on. Apparently, she's getting roses thrown at her. So I can't wait to see that.
She in the new Joker has Lady Gaga in it.
Yeah, she's Harley Quinn, and it's gonna be.
Oh, she's gonna be Harley Quinn. Okay, so here's my thing, because a lot of times with like crossover like stars, people go from acting to go into singing, people go from singing into acting, and you're like, not so good, not so good, sometimes good, sometimes. Lady Gaga, I didn't know she could act. I caught her in American Horror Story, and I was like, she kind of looks familiar in my butt. I was like, fucking Lady Gaga. And I'm like, she's still creepy, a little bit weird and she's got like, it's still Lady Gaga, but she was acting hard. She was hard fucking acting. She was amazing in American Horror Story. I'll just say that. She was pretty-
I'm gonna say that
I was
Henry
super
Cavill did
skeptical. I
not
went
look
in skeptical.
as baggy in his suit behind the scenes as this new guy.
That's actually a fake image.
Oh, okay, that one's a fake. Okay, that one's a fake.
Find one with him hanging
Yeah,
from wires.
You can tell, if you're a fan of Henry, you can tell that bulge was way too small. First of all,
Okay, here's one of him hanging from
if you can
wires.
zoom in on the testicles, that left one normally hangs
So
lower
it's
than
got a
the right
little
one, and
ripple
that
here where
right
it's
there is
pulling on the
not.
suit, but other than that, it doesn't look
At
that
all.
baggy.
Can we look at the ones when he has the mustache?
Oh my
I
God.
don't know. Let me find those.
Mustache.
That's PTSD number 3 now. Don't do that to me.
I love that. No, it's really funny. Come on, bring it up because it's really funny.
No,
it's really
no.
it's real. It's like it's one of those things where it's like, what kind of crazy world do we live in?
Oh, is this
But it's
Superman
like-
with a mustache can't hurt you. He's not real. Superman.
That's
with a
right.
mustache.
Yeah. It's because he was doing Fallout, right? He was doing Fallout. That was the
Yeah, he was
reason,
doing
right?
the Mission Impossible.
I love those missions. There it is. That's amazing. I love it. I love it. Yes, Daddy, please.
God, he looks like a shitty porn star.
Yes.
I don't know if I've ever actually looked at this or not. Hey, Country Boy, welcome in.
Country
Hi,
boy.
country boy. How you doing?
Listen,
How you doing, country boy? Welcome to the show.
We're gonna set off Oops. He's never gonna return. So, oh, here's this one's much better. Is this fake? I don't know what this is. Wait a minute, what is this shit?
Yeah, thank you for resubbing, Country Boy. Circa 70s porn star. Exactly.
it's so awesome.
Oh yeah, thank you. Country Boy,
It's
thank
so
you.
awesome that exists.
It is kind of good, yeah.
I hate Joss Whedon for this
But this-
bullcrap. I hate him. I freaking hate him. I hate him. If he ever sees this, I hope he hears it from me. Joss Whedon, you ruined that movie. Thank God we got Zack Snyder's cut.
This is the AI version.
Oh God,
God.
I
Dubs, I was gonna-
hate it.
Dubs, I was going to ask you about the Zack Snyder. What do you think of him?
Of what? Sorry?
I was gonna. What's your take on Snyder and the Snyder cut of Justice League and all that stuff? You like it?
I loved it.
Yeah,
I loved it, and I wish they would have continued with it.
Yeah,
I want to
me
see
too.
Darkseid come. I want
me
to see.
too.
I
Me
want to
too.
see everything.
Now,
Just
did
the
you?
whole little snip with the Joker after the credits?
Yeah,
How he's talking to Batman, and then you find out Aquaman got killed, and now it's just I want to see it, and we're
Did
never
you
going to
see
get
the
it.
Flash? Did you
Oh
see
shit,
the Flash?
Aquaman got dried out. Poor
I
thing.
haven't seen the Flash movie yet. I was a little off put by it because of all the CGI in it. Like they brought
Yeah.
Christopher Reeve back and they Nicolas Cage's Superman. Like what? Why don't you just get him
It-
in the freaking?
It does weird things, but it actually has a plot to, with two legs. It stands up on its own. It's strange and weird, and it's like Back to the Future in ways that you kind of find offensive, but it's not terrible. Like it's not terrible. It's fun, and by the end, it did keep me like hooked until the end. I was like, okay, like I want to know what's going to happen. You know what I mean?
Okay, perfect. Okay, that's good to
So-
know. I will give it a try.
Here's the thing that kind of upsets me about the baggy new Superman. Because
Baggy new Superman.
So,
I
know
know
what?
this guy.
I'm
You
just
know
talking-
what? I hope he comes out and he wins a freaking Oscar.
Look how jacked this dude is, though. This is
Yes.
the actor. Why don't they put him in a
God
skin-tight
damn.
suit for fuck's sake? Look at
Wait,
this guy. He's a
wait.
monster.
Where's the picture
Just-
of the baggie? What are you talking about? We've seen
Just
all. Where's the baggie?
This one. Look at. But Metropolis is being destroyed, and like he's just casually putting his boots on. This isn't Superman. Come on.
Superman is just like us. He puts his boots
Okay,
on
now,
one boot
now I
at a
want you to
time.
do me a favor. I
One
want you to
destroyed
go
city
type
at a
in
time.
Dean Cain Superman. Check out his.
Don't you diss Dean Cain? What the fuck?
Why would I? I got all the seasons right here.
Dean Cain's amazing.
Dean Cain's amazing. He goes on in his later career just to play wife murderers.
Yeah, that's
Right?
true. Yeah, he's a big Hallmark.
Yeah, I
actor
just-
at
no,
this point.
He plays wife murderers. I think that's what, like, he's that good looking guy that plays
Yeah.
wife murderers.
He also played. Yeah, he was the villain in the Supergirl series or whatever. Well, he was the father, and then they turned him into the villain or whatever. So
He's
the Dean
yeah, he's-
Cain Superman suit that's cartoony as shit. Let's be honest. I mean,
Yeah, his mom made it.
it looks. I mean, like it definitely it's comic book esque. You know what I mean? Like that's what I'm saying. Like it's definitely.
It's
Oh,
Party
as
City.
a-
It's so Party City. Look at
It's,
that.
yeah, very Party City. But to me,
Was
the
that Smallville?
Cavill stuff like that or whatever, the new modern Superman, like I don't know, give me this suit. Oh, I just give me that suit in Superman. Fine, whatever.
Well,
the
Dubes, as a
brightest colors.
Superman fan, Dubes, do you know about Alex Ross?
Yes.
Okay, cool. That was my introduction to I guess the more finer artistic side of comics. That's what I thought of it as a
Good
kid
country
because
boy, weird, Jim.
it was
Kingdom
just
Come.
comic books, you know what I mean? Like and cartoons at that point. My dad's a comic book collector and he ended up getting these Alex Ross limited edition things as they were coming out, go to the comic book shop or whatever. You look up Alex Ross Superman. He did a great Superman, super fucking artsy, kind of in that almost in that sci-fi style from like the 50s, 60s, where they were, the NASA paintings where they were imagining like space stations around the Earth and like the official NASA stuff. It almost kind of has that like type of artistic oil painting look. Like it's fucking art. It's not just like this man's fucking making masterpieces and he's just choosing to paint, Superman. Like
I
it's
have.
great.
Dude,
I got his
Yeah.
action figure. Just a minute.
Oh, let's go.
So this is the other thing I thought was funny. That I don't know why they kept the Guy Gardner bowl cut haircut. Like they kept this like comic book accurate. I don't understand it.
For the green.
So if Nathan Fillion is playing Guy Gardner, which is another Green Lantern. So there's 3 Green Lanterns from Earth. There's 4 technically now. There's a female one too, but the 3 main males are Hal Jordan, Guy Gardner, and John.
Yeah.
What's his name? Not John Jones. John Jones is Martian Manhunter. What's the other Green Lantern's name?
Green Lantern?
Yeah. The black Green Lantern. What was that one's name? There's Guy Gardner, Hal Jordan, and why am
Ooh,
I'm
that's a good
blanking on
question.
the other one.
I'm just trying to figure out why my voice went so high when I said Green Lantern.
Wait, this is the Green Lantern. This is Nathan Fillion as Guy Gardner in the behind the
Yeah,
scenes.
he's gonna be in this Superman movie.
Yeah. We also have Hawk Girl confirmed or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see, man. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what Gunn does with it.
Show that Supergirl, that
Oh, no.
super in
You
Flash.
wanted
In Flash.
that Supergirl and Flash. I didn't like that. That's what threw
Oh
me off.
man, give me that. I'll take it any day. She looks like the lead singer for Elastica.
I did see pictures of it. She didn't look bad. And I think actually they
Yeah.
said that she was probably the best part of the movie.
She's the best part of the movie. She's the best part of the movie.
She is a young Michelle Rodriguez looking character.
Here, Eli.
Oh.
She's a badass.
Oh,
She's
you
a
can't
total
see it.
badass.
Right there. That's your Alex Russ guy right there. That's his art right there. Ooh.
This costume looks good too.
Yeah, I really like that whole art series from Alex Ross.
Every time I take out a Superman, I have a hard time. I don't know where to put him after.
So
Got a whole character.
we'll see what they're doing on here.
I'm just looking forward to it. It's going to be a fantastic movie. I don't care if it bombs. I don't care if it's good. I'm going to love it regardless because Batman gets all the love, and I'm tired of it, and I want to see more Superman.
I got a little
You want-
Watson
you want me to bring this
figurine.
up, Nemo?
Sure, I
She's-
didn't want to interrupt, and
she's
it's entirely
dabbing.
off topic.
Oh, yeah,
I got a little lifeline.
Lifeline here, Mozambique here.
Yeah, there's been rumblings of two things. I'm trying to remember what the second one was, but I've been hearing rumblings of a Legend of Zelda. That was the other one. Hang on. Trek 5.
Oh my god.
Legend of Zelda would be an American-Japanese computer animated fantasy action adventure film directed by Zelda Williams, Robin Williams' daughter, with a screenplay written by Williams, Jonathan Abel, and Glenn Berger, and the Dean DeBlois from the story by Williams, produced by Bonnie Arnold, Miyamoto.
He bought it at the Dollar Tree. Thanks, country boy. I love you too.
I think he was talking about the Dean Cain Superman outfit.
Oh, he was
Oh.
definitely talking
Yeah.
about me and my little action figures I just popped up. Country boy's
Or
coming
could it-
for me. He's coming for me with the jams. With the
Could it be
jams,
what's
jams.
on your head right now?
Development for an animated Zelda
Oh,
Legend
this
of
is
Zelda
from the
film
dollar. This
would
is
begin in
from
2021. I haven't heard anything about this. Zelda would be
When-
released
Yeah, I
December
haven't either until-
21st, 2024. The film would gross 70. Like, what? What is this? What is this?
Yeah, I
what the fuck
have
is
no
this?
idea what the
This
I
is
have
like
no
a
idea what the
fan
fuck's going
fiction?
on.
The Legend of
Exactly.
Zelda was released in December 21st, 2024 to a critical commercial success. The film would gross $749.3 million in a budget of 198. What is this? What is this AI?
Fucking
written?
insane,
What is
isn't it?
this?
I got a kick out of it. Thought you
Idea
would too.
Wiki, ideas wiki. What? This is a. What? Like you sent me this? I thought this was a real thing. What the fuck? This is AI. What the hell?
Ting, 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 ting. That's your metal. Ting, 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 ting. It's a high quality armor. You know? Get this from the final Elden Ring boss.
Zeno Robinson is Link.
Luckily,
this is AI.
I can
This
say.
has to be
Luckily,
AI.
I can say that at least Shrek 5 is confirmed. But
Yeah,
yes,
Shrek 5.
no. I had to send that to you. I had a kick reading it.
This thing, yes. I totally believed this was a thing until it said like when the movie came out in
Yeah,
the future, it's gonna gross $750 million.
it's going to have massive success in the future.
Like wiki fandom here predicting the fucking
If
oracles.
you build it. If you build it, they will come.
What the hell?
I'm gonna come.
Don't come.
Sorry. Not really sorry.
So Henry, was this as enlightening as you thought it would be?
Am I getting booted? Am I getting booted? Am I getting kicked
no,
off?
No,
Is
no,
it-
no, no.
what-
I'm just feeling like you're looking
The
for a way
only
out
normal
at this
one
point.
here.
Sending you to the shadow realm.
Am I the one to get booted off? Am
No,
I
you're
about to
not.
get-
I do not want you to leave. I'm just saying, like, I feel like you're looking for an escape hatch at this point. 'cause-
You've been too normal in this conversation. We have to send you to the shadow realm. Goodbye.
No, I can talk about cum and all that stuff. I can talk about cum. I love cum. One of my my favorite jokes of all time is I do believe that it's an underground screenwriting like inside joke that when you write the line, I came as soon as I heard that it's always supposed to be funny because in Naked Gun, Frank Drebin says it twice when Nordberg is like Nordberg is hurt, right? So they go and Frank says it twice. He says it first, and then he says it later in the hospital to Nordberg's wife. And it's one of my favorite things. I'm a huge fan of cum. I love cum.
You're talking about this. We were talking about my roommate's friend or whatever was talking about asking me if I'd seen Epic Movie or whatever, and I was like, I don't think I've seen it. I do know, I'm familiar with it. Like I understand that parody, and he's like, well, what did you think about those movies? It's like, they were better in the 80s and 90s between Naked Gun and Airplane and Blazing Saddles and stuff like that. Those are way better.
Spaceballs.
Spaceballs was announced number 2.
That's right.
I'm skeptical as shit on that one.
Don't forget about Hot Shots. Hot Shots movies are good.
Oh, yeah.
Hot Shots, that's right. Yes, Charlie Sheen, Hot Shots were fantastic. Love those movies.
Yeah, comedy's taken a hit in the last 20 years just because everything's a lot more sincere and serious and stuff. But as somebody who does comedy every day, it's never gonna die. It's always gonna be awesome.
I think there's definitely gonna be people that keeps it alive for sure, and it needs to, and the comedians and whatnot need to stop walking on eggshells for the most part and just be funny.
Comedians gotta say what they want to say.
Exactly.
Right.
It's a joke. It's if you don't like it, go away. Like it's just there's a majority of people out there that want to hear these jokes.
Yeah.
Give the people what they want.
Exactly.
Give them what they want.
Dubs, do you know my show, Dubs? Have you seen my show?
No, I have not.
Yeah, I cordially invite you. No one else, please. No one else come. Just Dubs.
I'm the only one that's allowed to come. Okay.
Yeah, please. It would be my Dubs. It would be my ultimate pleasure. Yeah, just no one gets to come but Dubs.
I came over.
I'll come for sure.
Nemo, I saw you followed. I'll follow you. I'll follow everybody, guys. We'll have a big cum fest together. And by the way, that's CUM Fest.
Right. Speaking of this, we do have an on-site reporter right now talking about the road conditions. We're gonna jump over to Jill real quick. Jill, road work over there, how's it going?
Oh my
God. Jill. You're not talking,
Oh
Jill. What are you doing?
Jill?
Turn your microphone on. Jill, what are you doing?
Lots of turbulence. I think we're not getting a good signal.
Clearly they're not doing a very good job smoothing those roads out. So.
And again, I finished.
I had a moment recently where I really I had to be real honest and look inward and reflect about whether Haktua was a universal thing everybody liked, or was it just for horny guys? What do you guys think? Is it something that everybody should think is funny, or is it just for like dirty men?
to me, the whole. So I don't know if I'm looking at this, maybe taking a too deep of a look at this. Was like, to me, it's a woman that wants to please her man. Basically, that's the thing that I got. But it turned into this like weird meme or whatever, and now look, I've been hearing the conspiracy like she's an industry plant. Like this isn't
no way
manufactured virality or whatever.
No way.
So
that was
she manufactures pigeons in her spare time.
So what's going around the internet now? The current latest sensation, because she's basically the cash me outside girl. Let's be honest. But now what's going around is
they're talking about like
the Hawk 2 girl. That ain't nothing. I ain't gonna spit on it. I'm a fart on it, and then she lets out a fart, like not a little tinky winky. It's a loud, audible ass, real fucking fart, and she got no shame in her game about it. Let me tell you.
That's how you get pink eye.
Yeah, that's how you get pink eye. Oh my god! Yeah, that was bestowed upon me today. The glory of the internet, as I learned about Fartua or whatever we call it.
Fartua.
So, what was the actual question here about the Haktua girl? What was?
Yeah.
Well, that it was that it like that the popularity is only to a select group of people, that it's not a universal meme that everybody like, that everyone's
Oh,
making
yeah.
it be this really awesome, funny thing. But
Most,
that's
Well,
actually,
oh, sorry, keep going.
no, that's it. That was it. But
I was just gonna say it's everywhere. It's
Yeah.
everywhere. Everyone was laughing about it. Everyone's doing it. I said it at work a few times about
Yeah.
my forklift. So
Yeah.
it's everywhere. There's shirts now. There's it's
the best
No,
ones.
I agree. I think it's
funny. It's
I think it's
great.
good fun for everybody too. I
My
do.
wife doesn't think it's funny when I say, "Hey, you got to huck to and spit on that thing."
Yeah.
So
She's like, "Well, now you're just out another 3 months." I'm like, "Shit."
Well, the funny thing is that if it was asked to a man, if it was reversed, like the answer really is like, make any effort, like just even attempt to do anything. You know what I mean? That's the sad thing.
Put a pillow over my head. Just continuously punch me in the ribs. That's it. That's it.
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
memes pretty fantastic though.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
look
pretty
at
good.
that. See, it's great.
That's pretty good.
I like the one when she's doing it with Triple H there.
So she recently did an interview because she's a huge sensation. People want to talk to her. Everyone wants to book her. People want to know what made her say that live, blah, blah, blah. And with her new internet fame and stardom, of course, has come the throng of weirdos. And now she's reporting that the weirdest request that she's been getting is for her to spit a loogie in a container and mail it for the price of $600. And so my question is, how many bottles has she mailed?
More than 600. That's at least a good 2,500.
No, she hasn't. She's disgusted by it, and it freaks her out. That whole
I would be
new
too.
aspect.
This is a weird. The virality thing is so weird to me.
Well, I mean, I'd be all down for it, but then the reality sets in. Like, wait a second, what are they gonna do with? Yeah, never mind. No. I'll keep my
It's just
spit.
gross.
I'll keep my spit.
It's like sending bath water.
Here, I'll just go yell
Nasty
out to my
bitch.
neighbors that I'm selling spit.
But is it if a woman come up and said that to you?
By the way,
I got-
bath water
I did
available
get
at
the consensus from most
ellipsis.com.
females that did not like it.
That's the thing. That's what they're saying. That they're like,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Well, I don't know. It's it
She
depends
broke the
how you look
female
at it.
code.
You gotta look at it as a joke, though.
Yeah.
She's getting asked a question.
Yeah.
She's feeling good.
Oh, yeah.
She's having some fun.
She's having fun. She's just, I don't know. She's just making a fool out of herself. And then it went. The people can't take that seriously.
Well, that's the thing.
No,
man.
it's
I
awesome.
live my life by memes, sir. I change
Virality-
them weekly.
Because I don't know.
My goal.
It was
in life.
I don't know how many years ago it was, but there was the woman who put on the Chewbacca mask or whatever.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
It went super like her got college paid for her kids and stuff
Oh,
like
that's
that or whatever.
the little talking one.
Yeah, and then somebody tried to replicate it. I saw another video popped up the other day. It was like
She's so funny.
Is-
That her laugh is so funny.
It was good.
this guy was like recording a video and said, "My wife lost a bet, so she's gonna wear that Chewbacca mask while she gives birth, like during labor or whatever." And he was recording her having contractions with that plastic Chewbacca mask thing on.
Oof.
That's pretty funny.
I think I saw that pop up once or twice, and I'm like, why?
Yeah.
Well, that explains so much.
I'm trying to
Yeah,
I'm
I
trying
do.
to find those algorithms though. To me, it's so weird to like the right thing can just explode on the internet. I'm searching for them. I need to do more video. I need to post more videos. I need to really do more content or whatever than just the podcast. Like I really enjoy this podcast. Like this format is really fun to me. I can just let loose with friends online or whatever, and like I said, the articles and stuff is basically just lubricant just to keep the conversation going, more or less.
Vaseline.
Slip and slide.
Back to the petroleum jelly.
Yeah, I know the guy who came around our town to sell Vaseline, and his demonstrations were a lot more explicit, and he did not. It was very. He was run out of town quite quickly because
Did
he was.
use the-
He
did
set
use
up a
the slip and
table.
slide?
He would set up a table and he would say, "All right, now look at what I'm doing now. Normal. Now look at what I'm doing now with Vaseline. Now this is much. It's much better. How can you argue?
Trouser
Please.
snake oil salesman.
Oh,
Listen, that's how I learned about it. Actually,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
it. That was David Vaseline's cousin, Jimbo
Yeah.
Vaseline.
Yeah.
That
Right,
man's
yeah.
fold-up table changed my life.
Yeah.
his slogan is "Your anaconda ever chapped?"
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
I was like, no one's ever called it an anaconda before. I'll do too.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I don't even know where
Is
we're
your
at anymore.
anaconda ever chapped?
It's a baby anaconda, I swear. That's definitely a good.
Oh my
But okay,
God.
buddy. Hey. Hey.
Ah!
Hey.
This is great.
Oh yeah, having a chat.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, world quick announcement, of course. Country Boy 42, the #1 mod on Twitch for over 8 months. I literally streamed to just him every day. And then he decided to stream. And your boy hit affiliate in a week. He just now is celebrating his 300 followers.
Nice.
And that's an amazing feat. And it's been
Congratulations,
it's been
Country.
a quick ride too. It's been a fun ride. If you don't know Country Boy 42, I'm gonna get a shout out for him with the purple heart in the chat. He streams mobile games, so unless you're a
shit.
mobile streamer, a mobile gamer, which the majority of people who game do it on their mobile device. So there's a probability that you might know some titles because he plays an amazing variety of different mobile games. Definitely give him a shout out. It's pretty
Play
good.
Cookie Kingdom.
Country Boy.
Join my guild. Do it.
I'd like to take this time to shout out anybody who I've alienated or made feel like they can't relate to me because of my appearance, demeanor, and opinions. I also agree that I'm difficult to love.
You know, I
Mayonnaise, did you?
I honestly
I
thought.
feel
Mayonnaise.
like you're
Yeah, I got it.
speaking to my soul right now.
I actually thought about wearing a suit and tie or finding a shirt and tie. I don't have a suit jacket, I don't think, right now.
Oh, he told me to wear a suit and tie as well, but I didn't listen.
Here we go, guys. Here's some business news you guys might find pretty interesting. Actor Vince Vaughn voices sausage commercials aiming to curb divisiveness.
What?
Jacksonville Sausage hired actor Vince Vaughn to voice the talent as the voice talent for the new advertising campaign that suggests sharing a meal with a sausage can assuage Americans who are feeling less connected with each other and exhausted by negativity in the news cycle.
Fighting the good fight. No one could ever say anything different. Vince Vaughn fighting the good fight.
I'm not subscribed. I don't want to spend $4 to read the rest of it.
Let's see that article again. Let's see the headline just one more time. And the photo they use, perfect.
Yeah.
Very
Vince Vaughn
good.
voices sausage commercials aiming to curb divisiveness.
Yeah, it's pretty great.
The first thing that comes to mind when I see
Vince
that,
Vaughn's pretty isn't he pretty based like I think he's pretty based. I think he's not like politically or nothing like that, but I think he's come out and like had pretty honest takes and stuff, which I appreciate. I did see.
it's about time that sausage unites the world. I've been saying it for years.
Thank you.
If you're a fan of
Well,
artificial casings,
Seth
intestinal
Rogen tried to
casing,
make that sausage
You
face
like
movie, and I don't
vegan
think it
sausage
went over very
with
well.
apples in there, emeralds, chicken
They have a-
sausage with apples.
they have a
I think there's a
series.
sausage for
They
everything.
got a new series, mayonnaise.
I heard about
The
that. Yeah.
sausage party got a new series.
And of course, when you speak of sausage, the first thing that comes to mind is Tom Green saying, "Daddy,
Oh,
would you like some sausage? Daddy, would you like some sausage?" As he has sausages on a string that he goes up and down with as he bangs on a keyboard. And it's more like this. "Daddy, would you like some sausage? Daddy, would you like some sausage?"
Glad the microphone.
And it's really just as cringe as the way I described it. There's nothing
I'm
more
proud
gay
to
than
say that
movie.
that's a fellow Canadian.
yeah, Dubs. What's your take on that? What's your take on Tom Green and his legacy? What do you think?
What in the active?
His
fuck
TV
is that?
show is terrific,
Oh yeah.
but the movie that we're talking about is horrible.
Oh, Freddie got fingered, right?
Yeah, Freddy got
Yeah,
fingered.
Freddy Got
Yeah,
Fingered.
that horrible movie. Like
weird
Tom
one.
Green is a funny guy. Like
It was
when
a
I
weird-
went to college,
I loved it.
I went to in Ottawa, and he went to the same program I went to at the same school. And I found out a story before his show got picked up. Everyone was saying no, like nobody wanted nothing to do with Tom Green. And how he did it was he walked in as a janitor at one of the studios and put a pineapple with his script inside the pineapple on everyone's desk. And so the people came in for their shift, opened up the pineapple, got the script, and finally got picked up from someone sitting at a desk, and his show took off.
That's fucking
So,
good.
yeah, like, you know what I mean? He never gave up. Like, I got to give him that. Like, he's
That's a
So
lot of
he's
pineapple.
in with the swingers. He couldn't make it in with the monogamous crowd. He said, "You know what? I'm going to use the secret symbol
Oh,
of
that was
pineapple that
super
identifies me as a swinger."
Calm.
And
but
he
yeah, no, like
got in there. It's possible.
he did some good things, he did some bad things, but everybody has done some bad things. Like, look
And he's
at
married
The
to a
Room.
beautiful woman. Beautiful woman. First, however long it was, I don't know. What was her name again? The girl from E.T.
Drew Barrymore.
Drew Barrymore.
Bear Drewymore.
Mary Drewymore. More Mary Drew. Mary Drew.
Talking about classic stuff. We got Tim
Tom
Allen
Green.
returning to ABC for a new sitcom.
Oh, good for him. Good for him.
Tom Green Show. It's not the Green Tom Show.
I saw an article said something about CBS offered him $1 billion to make a show, which I don't know where that came from.
$1 billion.
Yeah, it didn't make any sense. I was trying to find the article to see what they were talking about. Just guessing
It's time. Bring back the Tim Allen. Bring him back. It's time.
Tim Allen
Oh, I have a-
and Richard.
Yeah,
Karn, I
but bring
guess.
back Home Improvement.
Well, okay,
Oh
so
yeah.
Don't give me another.
Oh yeah, what was that show?
Last
Another
Man Standing
show
was
and then-
good. I liked Last Man Standing.
I bet you it's gonna be. I bet you it's not. I bet you it's gonna be a multicam. I bet. Wait, no, single cam. I bet it's gonna be single cam, like Modern Family. I bet you they're not gonna
Oh.
do it like a classic sitcom. I wish they would. Wouldn't you love to see it? I mean, is that dead? Is that
I
dead
don't
now?
know.
Is
It
the
says here, Tim Allen returns to TV with Shifting Gears is the name of the new
Are there any popular sitcoms?
yeah? I just don't know. I don't think so. Not
series
anymore.
revolves okay.
Shameless doesn't have a live
it's
audience.
multi-camera comedy show.
See,
Multi-camera
it's
comedy
so they're gonna. So it is gonna be multi-camera. Okay, all right.
Yay.
We'll pilot on the Disney-owned broadcast network. The series revolves around the character of Matt, played by Allen, who described as a stubborn, widowed owner of a classic car restoration shop.
Okay.
The
Okay.
plot thickens when Matt's daughter, with whom he's found
Boo.
himself estranged, moves into his house alongside her teenage
Boo!
kids,
The daughter.
Jerry.
causing Matt to
Fetus to
change his
fetus.
outlook on life and begin restoring his own.
Oh, it's always the
It's the
daughter.
redemption arc.
So when I
Wait.
was bartending my way through college in Los Angeles, I was bartending the Asian Film Festival at the Directors Guild of America in downtown Hollywood, and I was working at the Wells Fargo VIP bar, and who walks up? This is my only Hollywood celebrity story for like actual interaction, personable talking with a person like a normal person. And Jill, the mom from Home Improvement,
Oh
walks
my
up.
God!
And
Yeah.
she's got a
So-
stainless steel tumbler with her, and
So-
she walks up and she asks for one of the little mini Pepsis, and I'm like, "Would you like some soju with that?" That's the alcohol we were pushing of the night, and she's like, "Oh no, I've got mono, honey, very very contagious," and then grabs my ice scoop and puts ice into her little stainless steel deal or whatever, and I set the Pepsi on the bar so she can grab the Pepsi from the bar. She ain't touching my hand. But she stood there for a good 5 to 10 minutes speaking with me about all of the research that she had done about mono and how contagious it was. And she's going
Oh,
on
really?
and how hard it's been for her because of her social functions and like everything that she's got a very busy schedule and she's constantly got to go and do and be around people. So being aware not to spread it to herself. And she's like, I can re-get it again. People re-get it themselves. They give themselves mono back to themselves. The whole time I'm just staring at my ice scoop like, holy fuck, she touched my eye scoop. You know what I mean? Like it was a big, I don't know. And then
Yeah.
she walked away and I switched my eye scoop out. I was like, holy fuck, I just talked to a celebrity. Let's go.
Yes,
It was
Who
pretty
was
cool.
that again?
that is really cool.
The mom from Home Improvement.
Oh,
Jill.
okay. Jill.
Yeah.
So I
What's
found,
her
She was a
What's her
really
name?
down-to-earth lady.
Shout out her name. She's got a great name. What's her
uh,
name?
Yeah.
Jill from Home Improvement.
Google's faster. Patricia Richards.
Yes, Patricia Richardson. Is it Richards or Richardson?
Richardson.
Richardson.
Yeah, Patricia Richardson. She was great. She was
So-
so funny. Do you remember she's always like Tim.
So she shows up. Yeah, she shows up in
Yeah, yeah.
Last Man Standing as like a neighbor or something.
She's great.
Does
So
she really?
The daughter.
When
is
she
gonna be
shows
played
up,
by
is she
Kat
up-
Dennings.
Oh, okay.
No
All
way.
right.
Oh, he's back on board for the daughter again, guys. He's back on
Oh,
board for
that's
the daughter.
great. No, she's fantastic.
I do
She'll
think
be
so. Yeah.
good for them. Oh, that's excellent. That's great. Kat Dennings, awesome.
Yeah.
That's great.
So ABC's Channel 7.
So we'll see.
That's
Kat Dennings-
actually-
Kat Dennings has never played a mom character though. She's always played like the.
She was in,
side character kind of the two Broke
Scarlet
Girls.
Witch. She was
Oh,
in
yeah.
WandaVision, right? I loved WandaVision.
I didn't watch WandaVision. She was in
WandaVision was
Thor.
really good.
It was.
She started out
Dubs,
in
you like
Thor.
you guys are yeah.
Oh,
New-
WandaVision. I liked WandaVision a lot more than Loki.
Oh, absolutely. No question.
I
Not even
turned off
close.
Loki. I
not
didn't
even
finish
close.
it. WandaVision was excellent.
Nemo, what's your take on WandaVision?
Never watched it. Probably won't.
It's such an awesome experience of genre. It's
Mhm.
like it's one of the most mind-blowing things. I can't believe they pulled it off. I just think it's awesome. It's there's so many moments. It's like Truman Show, Groundhog Day. It's like there's so many moments in it where you're like, how did this get made? I mean, every episode is a different genre of television that we all know. Like it's so
Kinda
cool.
sounded
It's
Kinda
so
sounded to me.
cool.
I did.
All
I
right, you
avoided it for
selling it
that.
to me too.
No,
I
no,
agree
it's-
with you.
It does
It's
actually
great.
sound pretty neat to see all the different genres.
Oh, it's great.
Oh
It's
my
like,
god, it's
it's
just
like watching
unbelievable.
Pleasantville all over again.
Yeah,
Is
yeah.
that Amazon or
That's Disney Plus.
Disney Plus? Cool.
It's so satisfying because you're so like as the audience we know, right? So one of my favorite things in any kind of context is that when the audience knows something that the characters don't. So like
yeah.
we know they're in a different genre, but they don't, right? So like we see them go through like all these strange genres, and you're like, what's going on? What is happening? Not to mention, what's her name is so funny. There's a star maker turn for her, the villain, the witch. What's her name?
Yep.
Agatha, right?
Yeah.
Is the character name. I don't know the actress's name.
She's terrific.
See,
and
and now they did the trailer for the Agatha series that's coming.
Yep.
out too, and
are you guys Severance fans too? I'm a huge Severance fan. I
Wait, is
love
that
Severance.
like a Western?
That's the Apple TV, the one where with Michael Scott. No, right? No, Mike with
I don't have Apple TV.
It's-
I unsubscribe from almost everything. So it's I
For the
don't-
most part, I pirate shit.
Yeah, I'm the same way kind of now.
Arr.
Yar har.
Check out Severance, guys. That's a mind fuck that you will absolutely be glad that you did. It's amazing. It's amazing.
I'm
Severance?
interested. Yeah, this but this Tim Allen show should be fun.
Oh yeah, for sure. That's gonna be awesome.
Yeah,
I
like I
mean,
said,
that's gonna be awesome.
It's gonna be weird to see. Like I said, Kat Dennings is playing. It in the description it said it's his daughter, but with her 2 kids or something like that. So she's gonna be playing a mother character, which is weird. Never really seen her play that kind of role. I don't guess in most of
Yeah.
the more popular roles.
She's great. She's so funny.
That's gonna be good.
Oh yeah,
What else do we got?
got a Barker.
We do have several new trailers. We have a trailer that was released. The last trailer released 9 hours ago. For Wolverine.
Now, here's
Deadpool.
here's a good question, guys. Though, isn't yes or no? Main dub Nemo and Eclipticus when he comes back. Isn't the greatest thing you can say about a trailer is that you turn it off like halfway or almost done because you don't want it to be ruined.
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at now. Like I want to watch these, and I kind of want to watch these on stream, but at the same time, I kind of just want to watch the movie now. Like I don't really.
Yeah, that's the
wanna
thing.
see
It's
what the
like
trailers anymore.
the last trailer I turned off because I was so excited, and I know it's not like the most popular thing, but the de-aging Tom Hanks, Robin Wright, Zemeckis here, like I saw the trailer for that, and I was like, oh god, I'm gonna love this, because it's like that's gonna be such an Oscar bait sort of
Right.
pandering drama, but it's gonna be so good. It's gonna be so good. So my thought is that it's fixed camera the entire time with maybe zoom ins and pans, but it never moves. Like, and I think that's the idea. Like,
Yeah.
it's just going to be such a weird, crazy picture that never gets made if it's not Bob Zemeckis being like, "Let's do this." Like it's Eric Roth, the guy who did Forrest Gump and Killers of the Flower Moon and all that stuff. It's just a good thing, and then you can actually imagine what it would be like if Forrest and Jenny actually got married. I'm
well.
gonna love it.
Forrest and Jenny. Jenny was the
Tight.
biggest villain of the whole.
Oh, nice. That's a good hot take.
That's a good take.
Yeah.
That always kind of
Forrest
pissed me
and-
off because I'm like, bitch, you got this man who is literally
She
running
friend-zoned
around
the shit
crazy
out of
for
him.
you. You
Yeah,
had his kid and you didn't
The-
say shit all the way
Yeah.
up until you're like, I'm
Nice.
dying. I
Yeah.
want to spend my last couple of days with you. Like,
Yeah.
bitch, really?
The real tie-in would have been if they had made Philadelphia a tie-in with Forrest Gump, where Jenny gave Forrest AIDS, and that's how Forrest got AIDS. You know what I mean?
I mean, it's
Crossover.
also testament to the story of love.
Jenny, you gave me AIDS.
I'm too Canadian for this conversation.
Jenny, the doctor said you gave me AIDS. You gave me AIDS,
Jenny.
Jenny, you gave me AIDS.
He
said I
have AIDS, but I
Another way to look at it as maybe the most motivating factor in his life, Jenny isn't maybe necessarily the villain. He literally did more than the average human ever does in their entire lives. In the books, he even went to the moon and came back. Like, he did a whole bunch of extra shit. They didn't even
And
put it in the movie.
And
All
it
for
turned
what?
out,
For Jenny.
and it turned out after that night with Jenny, the doctor said I got AIDS, and that actually was a bad disease to get.
And he told me, and my computer said, "You got mail."
Yeah, but yeah, I could go on.
We'll just cross over all of them. And then
Yeah.
I got lost on an island where I talked to a volleyball.
Exactly. There you go. Yeah, and
With
Woody-
AIDS.
And
I gotta
Wilson
hear him
got
say
me
it.
AIDS.
I gotta
And-
hear him say Wilson as Forrest. I gotta hear it. I gotta-
and turned out that volleyball was so nice. I called him Wilson. He was my friend. I love Forrest Gump. Hey guys, I love Forrest Gump. I actually saw Forrest Gump less than a year ago, and I was near Savannah where they shot it, and I actually went to where they had the park bench, and I relived the moments. And as Forrest, it was
Did
great.
you bring chocolates?
Was
Right,
like,
yeah.
like a box of chocolates.
Yeah.
I used to watch that movie like every other week when I was younger because it was one of the few things
I've
that my
never
grandma had
watched it.
besides like Major Pain. I fucking love that movie too.
That's gonna live rent free in my head for a while.
Forrest-
Johnny, you got me
Johnny.
AIDS. You got me
I'm-
AIDS, Johnny.
I've never watched it from start to finish. I've only seen bits and pieces
Yes.
off the TV.
Oh, you have got to watch it. It is an amazing film. I love that thing. Anytime I see it come on, I'm like, stay.
And
There's
I've
always-
had it on DVD
every
for
time-
years. I just never watched.
Oh,
Every time you watch it, there's always one thing you forgot. That's the best part of the movie, is that like when you watch it, there's always one thing where you're like, oh right, and then he does this.
Mm-hmm. Honestly, my favorite part is probably the when he's in the hospital. I got shot in the buttocks.
That was actually the part I was thinking about. Was like the whole ping pong stuff. I'm always like, oh right, and then he does ping pong, right?
Yeah.
yeah.
One of my favorite little lines to use from that movie, and just general passing whenever I can, when there's a seat and anything involved with a seat, I'm like, seats taken.
Yes.
So that's all seats taken. And you can say it in any kind of accent. People are like, I know what that's from. He's on the bus.
Yes.
That's how we want to see that.
And Gary Sinise in that movie, how good he is.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
Was that Lieutenant Dan?
Lieutenant Dan, yeah.
Yeah.
Lieutenant Dan? He didn't got no legs.
He ain't got no legs.
I was supposed to die, Forrest. I was supposed to die.
Yo, has anyone seen the movie Kids?
Oh shit.
So speaking of AIDS, it involved the main character named Casper, and it by far was the most graphic movie.
Oh shit! Here we go again.
Nemo,
AIDS, but no.
I love-
So this guy Casper, he would fuck virgins. That's what the thing was. He only wanted to have sex with virgins, and it was like he was like so New York hood, and he was like they were going around. So this ties in the last topic in two ways: one with the AIDS and one with the no legs. And so eventually he gets
You're
eggs,
dying.
but he AIDS,
What?
and he's still going around with trying to deflower young ladies.
He wants
so
his 79 virgins.
He impregnates or not. He gives virgin AIDS. That's what the movie alludes to because it's her first time, and now you discover that he had AIDS in the movie. So it made you really think as a kid. You're like, I ain't fucking ever having sex. I'm gonna get the AIDS. But the fucking thing that lives rent free, besides like titties and sex and boobs and maybe even a penis, was in that movie. The first time I've seen a lot of shit, right? The part that lives rent free in my head forever is they're on the subway in New York, like when they're going to one of these girls' house or whatever, and a dude with no legs, he's like cut off from the waist down. Like he is just barely a little bit of a torso of a dude. He's just the head and the little torso part, like, and
He
then
ain't got no butt.
he don't have like a stomach much. He's not much to him. It just ends right there, and he's on the skateboard going down the middle of the subway, pushing himself with his hands, going, I have no legs. I have no legs. I have no legs. And it's like a real dude. Like, that's not a special effect. Like, that guy was probably really doing that at the
So
time.
lost
in New
now.
York. And they're like, putting on the move.
I'm so lost. I looked away for a second and let Eli go, and I'm just like,
I have no legs. I have no legs. I have no legs. I didn't know that people could survive with that little bit of a body. Like, I thought you needed more. I thought you had to have more stuff to do stuff.
why don't you
Be-
get?
Jill!
Is this this? Wow. Is this the same woman? Huh?
Yeah, it's a
there's
live
multiple
reporter.
videos like
They got a whole bunch of shitty streets there, huh?
Yeah, and she keeps forgetting to turn her mic on. I don't know why she keeps calling her that.
Ellipticus, don't stop now. Talk about Requiem for a Dream. Well, go ahead and just talk about.
Bumby Road.
I actually have another like blast from the past kind of thing.
Requiem from Dreams.
So this is a video game though. We got a trailer here for. Where did my? Oh crap! I closed it. Hang on.
It ran away.
The suspenders. I mean, specs.
Hang on. I closed the screen share thing.
Hi.
So we got a Double Dragon.
Oh,
shit!
remake.
That's cool.
Let's go!
Revived. Oh, look at this shit.
Oh shit! They look like a JoJo character.
So this is like Street Fighter 6.
Dude, this was a classic arcade game. You
Super
would put
classic
quarters in
arcade
this
game.
thing.
Me and my brother love playing Double Dragon.
I love Double. And the music was so good too.
It was.
Yeah.
Shit catchy as shit.
Well, so me and Nemo played the. I've got the side scroller Ninja Turtle game, the new one. So yeah, so coming out in 2025. So that's super interesting to me. Like I just saw that.
2025. Jesus.
I gotta tell my brother Dragson about that. I think I just heard his voice.
But yeah, no, the Ninja Turtles, Shredder's Revenge or whatever. it's
Revenge.
called.
Show a trailer for that. I don't know about that.
The music has all been like it is fantastic.
Turtles in a half shell. Turtle power. They're the world's most fearsome fighting team.
They're really great.
This is from 2 years ago.
And they're green.
Give me a break.
Is this on PS5?
I think it's on everything. Yeah.
PC, Steam, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Nintendo Switch, Xbox Game Pass, PC Game Pass, as well as PlayStation 5.
So yeah, it's super fun. You get to play as all the turtles. April's in it, Splinter, Casey Jones, and then now there's DLC characters too you can play as. It's pretty awesome though. Like I said, every level has a different song, but they all reminiscent of the actual '90s Ninja Turtles cartoon.
Arcade game too. Yeah, this
Yeah.
was a classic arcade game. I'd put quarters in.
I miss going to the arcade.
They got one
know.
somewhere around $20 for about 3 hours until
You
they
can play-
close. Basically, from when they open till they close,
Yeah.
unlimited, and you
Six
can just
people.
play all the stuff in there that they have. You don't have to like
Yeah.
keep putting money in tokens and stuff. I was like, that's really good for me because I will die a lot on some games at first, and then when I finally get it, I run out of money. I'm like, oh fuck this.
Mm-hmm.
Could you imagine going to an arcade now with a debit card or a credit card instead of like? when you were-
I went to an
$5
arcade recently and it was pretty fucking sad. You could not use actual money. You did actually have to use your debit card to get like this little token card.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh yeah, you can put more tokens on it. And as long as the paper's not filled, you can still put more tokens on it. I'm like, okay, but what if I just put like $5? No, it only goes in 10, 25, and 50. And I'm like, God damn.
So there's a
They had like 4 working machines, one of them being a Halo thing, and everything else was broken. And if it was broken, they're like, oh, well, tough shit. You should have checked beforehand.
there's a concept
Yeah, like
that
the
I've
Dave
seen.
and Buster's.
There's a concept that I've seen that sounds pretty cool, where it's like a big arcade and you pay like $20 or $30 like a door fee.
Yeah.
But all
Yep.
the machines are free while you're in
Yep.
there or whatever.
That is a
Yeah.
really good idea. I've never
So-
heard of
Yeah.
that.
So like carnival armbands type thing.
Yeah, kind of thing. Yeah.
That's what he was.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd so be down for that.
It's a great thing. It's really awesome. I've been to one of those, and it's really good. And and plus they've got all the consoles on every TV as well, so
Oh,
you can do
nice.
stand up. You can do box games, but you can also do all the consoles. Just it's so great.
I wanted to start an arcade or a barcade or something, for adults that come in and have a beer or whatever too.
Yeah.
But also do
My
like
brothers wanted to do that for
a
years.
VR booth or something where give people
Yeah.
a chance to actually like mess around with the VR headset and stuff.
There's some Airbnbs in Fayetteville, and they're all arcade themed. It's like the guy owns this whole building, and he split it into little mini condos, and each
Yeah.
one has like different arcade games in it, and it's like a retro themed
You know,
Airbnb. It's
That's
kinda
cool.
and being the big like anime fan that I am, like the Japanese like karaoke booths is such a like
Yes.
it's not really a thing here, but like that would be really neat to hear. Like you and 5 or 6 or 10 people or whatever rent out a booth and then you can do your own.
There's actually a
personal
couple of
karaoke.
places like that around where I live. There's a card shop about an hour or so away. They actively have they've had to move, so I don't know if they still have the same rooms, but they would have little sectioned off areas. Okay, here's the VR room. We have 2 to 3 VR headsets. You can bring in your own. Here's the PlayStation room. Here's the Xbox room. It was actually pretty fucking cool. And then at the same time, they're still doing like Magic the Gathering and Yu-Gi-Oh tournaments. So they had that shit planned.
Yes.
That's super neat. Like we need more of that stuff.
This place, I just walked by this place recently, and I was like, oh my god.
Oh, cool.
It's like a burger place, but when you sit down, each like table has its own like video game setup. Just click that X off that thing. Yeah.
There's the X. I
There you
couldn't
go.
find the clothes thing. I was like, I couldn't see it.
Yeah, and so like you get burgers, and then you sit down with your food and play video games. It's like-
Dude.
This
It's
looks so
so-
good.
yeah.
The food looks good. Shit. Where's
Yeah, well,
the-
I don't. They should have a gallery so you can see what it looks like inside. But it looks like it. I was like, what?
I used to live by a place
Bit
that
bites.
kind of had
Yeah,
that.
look at
not-
this. Look at this shit. You can get this- yeah, that's what I'm
Dude.
saying. It's like
That's
so.
pretty cool.
Oh yeah, no, that is definitely
this
set
is
up
sick.
way better. It's about the same size though, funny enough, as the place that I remember. It was
So-
it was called Surfside Burger Shack, and they had like a you could do like the 2 to 4 man Pac-Man and shit. It was very tiny, but
God.
Oh, this is cool. Each table. That's pretty bad.
oh, I would
Those
love
look
to
like
go
In-N-Out
there.
burgers.
It do. It looked tasty.
God, that looks so fun. The
Does.
problem
Fucking
is
Just
Like-
picture the owner sitting at the other side of the counter, making sure people are using wipes for their hands after they eat their chicken wings.
Well, that's why I don't know if you noticed, but that's why they look like pretty generic controllers. Like,
Yeah.
Oh
like,
yeah,
they're
no, they
definitely
got them
not-
basic
those are definitely the
hollow sounding
cheapest-
ones. When you
Those
pick
are
them up, they start
Temu.
to crack.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Chinese for sure.
Temu!
So-
Wish.
that way, when they're after like the third or fourth customer, they just pitch them like they just replace the controllers once a day.
Put it in a crusher and call it a day.
Yeah, just dip
Yeah,
them in
right.
sanitizer.
Yeah.
Got a giant
Look
5
how it
gallon
was.
sanitizer.
Growing up with my brother, there was one good controller, and we'd fight over. You've had the
Right.
good controller now.
Yep.
That's why you
Yeah.
keep winning. Switch.
That was me and my brother every time, especially with the
Yeah.
fucking N64, because we could never find extra controllers for it. So we
Yeah.
had like one that was super good, and the other one, the fucking the stick, it was just kind of lay there and flop about. So I learned how to use the damn thing to the point that he was like, "No, there's no way that you can actually. You're not using it that way. That's not right." So he grabbed it, and I'm like, "Awesome! Now I have the good controller." And he's like, "You bitch!"
I win either way.
Exactly.
Every now and then, one of our N64 controllers would get like a yeast infection, where like this
Oh.
weird like white stuff would collect around the,
Yeast infection is such a.
and we'd be like, what in the fuck? Like, what is this? What's wrong? What's going on?
Burn it!
Bad.
Did you try giving some cranberry juice and some yogurt to the controller?
That's interesting that you mentioned that because a lot of people don't know. Of course, we've got to bring up aliens. The Nintendo 64 controller was actually meant for a planet that of a species that had three arms, but before the shipment had already been sent out, and before it could reach the planet, natural disaster occurred. The planet was wiped out, and Nintendo, of course, doesn't want to lose any profits. So they just shipped it to Earth. So we have the Nintendo 64.
That makes so much sense. Because of the 3 grips that does right there.
There were
Yeah.
3 handers.
Yeah.
R.I.P. to that planet, by the way.
Yeah. R.I.P. that planet. Sorry about that. You're right. R.I.P. that planet, guys.
The
It must be Krypton.
Krypton. No, the Kryptonians didn't have extra limbs.
Didn't
I'm
they-
a Superman fan.
Isn't that one of the things in Star Wars? Isn't that one of the things in Star Wars they don't talk about enough? Is that they made Leia watch her planet get destroyed? They like
Yes.
Right.
That
they're
is
like, yeah.
That's one of the few things I remember from Star Wars because
Yeah.
I'm not the biggest fan.
No
But
wonder she kissed
that
her
part
brother.
was so fucked up. I'm like,
Yeah.
damn.
Talking about Krypton and Superman again, it reminded me. I had an idea the other day that I thought would be a awesome game. So, Henry, are you familiar with No Man's Sky,
Yeah.
the space game?
Yeah.
So I was thinking, what if we did a space game like No Man's Sky, but every time you flew to a different galaxy or whatever, like the color of the sun would affect your player character, like how Superman's
Oh.
yellow sun affects Superman or whatever.
Oh yeah.
So
Yeah.
you can have
yeah.
different powers in each different galaxy or whatever, and it's still like a space exploration builder style game, but maybe one you get super strength and you can carry around giant boulders and stuff, but then in other planets you're super weak, so you got to build a forklift. Or
That's
whatever.
great. Yeah, that's
It's interesting
absolutely
that
great.
you mentioned that because that's actually an active working theory for ancient alien.
You're
Theories.
off in a different thing again, huh?
No, literally, that is a theory that ancient aliens theorists subscribe to. That ancient aliens came here from other star systems, and because of our star, just like the story of Superman, they were able to have different effects, different powers, things that just basically weren't regular looking for regular people. And then they go on to say that was all the gods and what have you from before.
Yeah. Well, it's
But I mean,
very-
imagine you were living on the moon and an astronaut from Earth lands on the moon. Are you been living on the moon, conditioned to the moon? You are not going to bounce the way the astronaut bounces. I'm not sure how that works, but imagine someone from a higher gravity coming to your lower gravity world. Their muscles and they're made for. Okay, I'll shut up.
Yeah, they
No,
definitely
no,
it's
no.
definitely the point. They'd definitely be more dense or whatever. But to me, I don't know. I just thought that'd be a cool game concept. Everybody's talking about what my camera is it's lagging on me.
Crunchy.
Yeah, I don't know. Like my CPU usage is super high for some reason. I'm gonna close Firefox for now. Maybe Discord too. I don't know. I don't know why my CPU usage is super high right now.
Because it can.
I guess maybe it's I don't. Maybe it's the recording and all the other things I'm doing. I didn't notice I had a problem with it last time. But anyway, yeah, no, we're talking about like new ideas for games and stuff like that. Well, space exploration is not. That's more of a genre than it is like a story beat or whatever. So it's not really. You're not really remaking anything, but you're adding to that genre or whatever. And
What genre?
Approaching it in different ways and stuff. I think that's I don't know a cool concept in my brain. To be like,
I was thinking,
I like it.
no, I like that very much. I like that very much. I think it's a really good idea.
I'm a fan of any type of anything that you're putting in a movie, in a game, in a show. The way Star Trek did it versus the way Star Wars did it, where it's like, don't just put it up there and I just have to accept it as being something. Like, actually try to, like science fiction, like try to envision the future, you know, in a real possible way. Something like, I don't want to see people walking on the outside of spaceships because we know that they can't do that. Like, so don't do that in the movie.
To me, I think that's where like the first Iron Man movies did a lot of good in like selling that, like Tony goes through all this process to build the Iron Man suit, like failures or whatever, and then sciences his way into how it actually works. And I think that's why a lot of the newer stuff is kind of failing, because they don't take time to really
They're not fleshing out their ideas.
Well, yeah, well, Miss Marvel is kind of like, well, she gets alien blood in her or something. I forget the even origin of it. And Captain Marvel.
Spoiler alerts! There's a 1997 Honda Civic coming down the freeway with a huge spoiler on it.
Stuff like that. Just like they don't take the time and really make the part of the movie explain now, and it's just like, oh, they're super powered, and here we go. And I don't know.
I like to like believe. You know what I mean? Like, I know it's fantasy, but like create some bullshit ass science that makes it sound believable to me.
Batman Begins,
so that I can believe it.
Christian Bale, Batman Begins, where they like,
I don't know.
That's the best. No, that the Batman Begins is so good because of that exact reason. That's why it's so good. In fact, like I'll never forget like when he tries out his prototype suit and he falls down that brick building, like you get like the fire, and I'm like, what in the fuck? Like, of course that is what would have happened. You know what I mean? And they totally lose that. They totally lose that by the third one. In fact, when he comes back from that like desert prison and he scares all the criminals by having the bat signal on top of the Brooklyn Bridge or the Gotham Bridge, right?
Yeah.
Like that's an example of like, how did he get that? He had that, what, a fuel stencil? Who put the fuel stencil on there? And how did he activate it? And like, what, like, who did he have people to do it? Like,
well,
they,
I thought they didn't he like, I thought he
fresh out of the desert.
I thought he
fresh out of the desert,
like did like lighter fluid on the ground, and then he gives Commissioner Gordon a flare, and then didn't he light it or something? Like
there's a stencil on the there's a stencil of the bat signal on the Gotham Bridge, right? And that had to have been some sort of very thick combustible adhesive that would have had to have been either stenciled out or affixed to the bridge, right? So when did he do that?
Oh yeah, he definitely had the window washer scaffolding out there painting the bat symbol.
Did he get no? Listen, and I'm fine with that if he's got a Batman drone. That he get that the drone does it. It sprays some sort of thing, and then it's triggered by some sort of remote ignition.
But that's Batman's whole thing. Let me know how he did it.
Show me how he did it. Show me how he did it. Like, don't. That's cheap. That's cheap, Nolan. It's fucking cheap, Nolan.
Show me the money.
Show me the money. He bypassed the whole tool belt, the utility belt. He's like, we don't need to put it in the belt.
I don't think shark repellent was going to help him at this point.
Yeah. So
that's quitter talk. That's quitter talk.
So in 3, they definitely bypassed some of the stuff, because like I remember in 2, like they had the program that like searched everybody's phone trying to find the Joker or whatever.
Oh, that was so
Right.
cool.
Yeah, they have it.
Wow, what a great
Which is-
visual memory! I love that scene when they hacked into everybody's shit.
Yeah,
you
which
could
is
see,
exactly
like,
what our
actual
government has on
crack.
us right now. You
Oh,
know
that
what
was
I mean?
so cool.
Like that's a real thing.
Hi,
That's like,
FBI guy.
yeah, that's a real thing that our each individual agent assigned to us is.
Remember to always say good night and I love you to your FBI guys so they're not lonely.
It's true. So yeah, I mean,
Hello.
yeah, the
this is
third
Ken.
one
I
they
can
definitely cut
imagine my
corners. The third
FBI
one was
guys are
definitely the
furry.
weakest of the three.
Oh, sorry.
Is he just a furry or is he a what is it, a Therian?
I don't know what that is, and you're gonna teach me, please.
It's basically a furry on crack. They think they are furry. In fact, they're to the point they're like they identify as fur. It's hard to explain.
Like they think they're an animal.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't understand
They
that.
they are dog. They speak in howls, meows, and chirps. And I'm looking at them going, okay, look, I know we're all a little autistic, but honey, please.
Hunty, come over here. Well, you know what?
We got to go down the path of Old Yeller. Let's go.
Oh no.
Things going wrong. Let's go visit the backyard. Look at the nice, pretty thing. Look, let's go to
Oh,
Disneyland.
no.
Look at Mickey Mouse. Say hi to Mickey.
You know what is funny is Timu showed me a face face mask once, and it was like a dog, like a leather dog mask.
Don't
And I-
do it,
Don't
please.
get on Timu, man. Don't.
And I
do
clicked
Temu.
on it,
That's what
and I'm
saying.
looking at it, and I'm like going through the picture. I'm like, what the? And then I'm like, oh, I clicked on it. And then for like 2 or 3 days, every once in a while when I'm going through stuff,
The
it'd be like
algorithm.
the masks would get weirder and weirder. And I'm like, I should have never known.
The algorithm updates quick on that. I can remember Wish. I had the most fun just scrolling through Wish and looking at all the like crazy,
Oh yeah.
like the crazy sex toys that would pop up on it. I'm like, what is this? Like, I never searched for any of these things, but like, I just sit around and just scroll through them. I'm like, people actually buy this stuff.
Oh, it's a huge industry. They say the future of technology on a on a consumer level, on its next 20 to 30 year basis for the average consumer is going to see the most growth through technology in the adult industries, in the porn
Well,
industries,
that's been the thing.
and the self pleasure bots and the robots that
That's
you
been-
can
that's-
live with. like an
porn is
actual
what's driven most of technology,
partner.
like internet and like DVDs and stuff like that was
Yeah.
because of. Oh,
So it's an exciting time to live if you are the average Twitch viewer.
Well, it's like it's it's like when they
Damn, calling
first
out
came
my
up
chat like that.
with like
Hey.
stick like they're like look at this, here's a stick, there's a stick figure, and it deals blackjack, and it's in like 4-bit, you know what I mean? It runs on a floppy hard drive, and then the guy's like, great, well, can we give it tits? Can we give it tits, and the tits shake every time and then she fucks somebody,
yeah.
you know what I mean? Like that's
Now
really,
progression of everything. Yes.
that's how it's always like that. It's always
Now we got a real story about the revolution.
yeah, it's literally always like that. It's
Now
how it
these
always
feminists
is.
come in and have ruined everything now.
No,
As South Park would say, put a chick in it and make her freaking gay.
yeah,
Exactly.
yeah, there you go. There you go.
Oh my God, South Park is still the best at this point.
Oh, by the way, here's the definition for you, Eli. I wound up Googling it.
Thank you. In general, furries are individuals who say they. Oh, there it goes. Go back.
He can
I was
say
in.
it
I'm in
himself.
full screen. I was in full screen. In general, furries are individuals who say they are furries. Therians are individuals who believe they are not completely human and instead identify as a species of non-human animal. Otherkin are individuals who believe they are not completely human and instead identify as a mythical or fantasy-based being.
That's just somebody who doesn't accept reality. Let's be honest here.
Yep. I gotta say though, listening to the different lists because it mentions the otherkins. I started learning about these a couple of years ago. I have never laughed so fucking hard. Okay,
Otherkin.
because one of the first ones that came up, Wormkin. And I'm like, what the fuck is that? Is that some kind of new Pokemon or some shit? So I looked it up. Dude thinks he's a worm. He's like, I believe if I wish hard enough in my mind, God will grant me the powers to become a worm. And I'm like, really?
He might be a worm in his next lifetime. There's literally whole segments of the planet that avoid coming back as worms. But if you want to be a worm, I bet you it's available for you.
You know what? Here's the craziest part is
But this
a lot of
lifetime,
crazy people on the internet, turns out, and then they record themselves doing these crazy things.
I just thank God they only live on the internet, man. I don't have to worry when I'm out in public.
Oh,
And then they wonder why people are so concerned for them and asking, honey, are you okay? You seem a little lost. Where's your parents?
you know, to me though, here's my boomer take, or maybe I don't know, but like
Oh no!
the kid,
He's showing his
the
age.
kid that says it, like he tells his parents like I'm a cat, and then the father says, "Well, get the hell out of this outside because we don't allow pets in the house." You know,
Oh,
like
fuck.
that's to me. That's like, yeah, you're not you sleep outside like a cat does, or you can stop pretending to be ridiculous. You know what I mean? Like,
Well, it's like, how far would they want to take it though? Because there are, I bet you, some cat foods that would have enough nutrition, but like certain things that you would choose to be, I don't know, like a worm.
So
If you really took being a worm hardcore, there comes a level of self-harm that I would be worried about if someone
Dude
in my
buries
family.
himself?
First thing I would be worried about is like, are you eating sand again? You know what I mean? Because
No.
that's not good for you, Billy. You
the
can't
person
eat
that
fucking
wants-
sand.
the
I don't
person-
care if you want to be a worm. Quit eating fucking sand.
the
Here's
person
the
that wants to be a
thing.
worm is definitely gonna bury themselves alive. Let's be honest.
here's the
fuck.
thing though.
Okay.
That the theory and other kin whatever thing goes a little further than you'd think because they started putting litter boxes in schools.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. Like that to me, that's completely ridiculous and it's unacceptable.
I'm still waiting for
have
the
to
day they
do-
put in
do they
fire
have to-
hydrants for the dog kins.
Do they have to
Unacceptable.
pick their own poop up, or does somebody else? clean
No,
that little
no,
box?
the janitor has to do it as far as I
No,
understand.
no.
They just have giant human-sized litter boxes and I'm sitting there going,
No, they
if
don't.
so help me God, if I ever see someone squatting over a giant litter box,
Dude, you're a father as
I'm-
well, correct?
I'm plucking out my eyes.
I just give him a treat. I just say, "Good. I say, here's a treat. You like this? You eat this
That's
treat."
We don't do head pats for that. Nah. Dubes, you're a father, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. You wouldn't let your kid be an animal like that, would you? No, I didn't think so.
Would you ever let your kid shit in a giant cat box?
No.
What
Oh,
about
you
the
guys-
sandbox? It's basically the
What-
same thing.
What happens in college can stay in college.
If you're 18, fine, totally fine. You know, if you're trying to raise a child that does that, that's not acceptable.
This reminds me of a great story. Earlier today, my son was so cute. He asked me, "Oh, sorry,
Oh, wait a second.
I already did that bit."
Why did no one correct me when I kept calling Dubes Dubs? I called Dubs like Dubes Dubs like several times. No one cared. They just
Because
wanted to
he's
let
dubstep. Hey.
no one. Everyone,
Actually, I didn't want to interrupt you as you were going, and I leave it open. And I didn't interrupt you when you were talking to me about Eclipticus. I get called Eucalyptus. I get called Ecliptical. I get called Eclipse a lot. So I'm just
I just call
kind
him
of-
Eli.
Yeah, just kind of I think there's usually appropriate times, you know,
yeah, well,
because
that's nice.
you lose the content and you lose the direction of where someone was going by correcting people sometimes. And it's like right now, we're going to spend time talking about it. Anybody watching, that's not fucking Dubs, and they're going to remember that for the rest of their lives as compared to, not so.
Dubes.
I
Mr.
mean,
Dubes.
Now they're
What
gonna
if-
start calling me Mr. Dubé.
Where does
hey,
the,
hey.
where does the name come from?
Bring to a pick
Dude?
there, eh?
What, Dubes?
Yeah.
Oh, it's just my last name. It's just like a shorter, like, you know.
Okay.
I just gave it my own little twist.
Nice.
little
Nice.
nickname.
There's a story behind most like internet persona names or whatever.
Bruh, I never had one, but I admit one person wound up coming up to me and they're like, how did you make your name? I'm like, duh. They're like, it sounds like a Japanese cupcake. And I'm like, that's my backstory now. I am a Japanese
There you
cupcake.
go. Yes.
Nemo Mimi, Japanese cupcake.
Turns out Nemo Mimi actually means ear in Japanese. And so turns out, yeah, Go figure. I'm an elf with big ears, and the name Nemo Mimi means ear.
Wow.
It has
I
been
love the
something that lives in the
super.
back of my mind
I love this
for years.
Let's go.
Yeah, well, and I've told a story on a different podcast too. Where Intelligent Aces was actually the first thing I came up with, and Mayonnaise Chase spawned off of that.
Oh,
Brand.
Every time you say it fast, I hear mayonnaise.
I
was
know.
gonna-
I need a mayonnaise jar emote.
I was gonna do a whole bit on it. I was gonna stream first and then raid in, but then the press conference got delayed, and I couldn't miss it because I really thought there was a chance he was gonna, say I'm stepping aside, but what a crazy thing.
I didn't watch it. Yeah, we
But I was
shit,
gonna
there was a new
I was
one
gonna do a bunch of mayonnaise stuff
Yeah.
on the stream today. Yeah.
I definitely I've thought about it. I want a mayonnaise emote, and then I also thought about doing like a PNG, basically like a picture or whatever of a mayonnaise jar with my face.
Yeah.
On it, and then that would be
Yes.
I can easily try and make you some very weirdly detailed mayonnaise jars if you
Yeah.
want.
I need
Nice.
something like that. Yeah.
I was here when it happened.
Yeah, mayonnaise
I was
chase
there
has
3,000
been
years ago.
the thing.
What's
It's gonna
so
be a
good
mayonnaise
about
jar with lettuce.
I had nothing really good about mayonnaise. I'll be honest.
I can't eat it, so I like.
I mean,
Oh.
I don't
that's
really
right.
know.
You're allergic to eggs. I forgot.
Right?
Oh shit!
I love it. I can't live without it.
I mean, I gotta have it on sandwiches, and it's really good on chicken.
Oh,
But I can't say that I'm not like a certain Russian YouTuber whose name is the Life of Boris. Dude literally eats mayonnaise out of the jar.
if it works for him,
I-
if he's getting viewers, more power to
He,
him.
he's learned to make his own mayonnaise.
He should
Plot
try.
twist.
He
That's
should
not
try.
mayonnaise.
Next thing he should do is he should pretend he has cancer and eat mayonnaise and
Oh,
see how that does. for him.
No,
Too
instead
soon.
instead he's just like he is Slav king. He eat mayonnaise.
Oh, I did have one thing that I remember over the week that I wanted to bring up today that almost got away.
Oh.
So we did mention the
Puppy!
disrespect
Yeah.
thing briefly
Oh, yeah,
in
you
a previous
should. 2 weeks ago, yeah.
episodes. And so this is probably one of the worst thought out DLCs out there.
No.
Yes, but they did make a Dr. Disrespect DLC.
You should be able to share your screen with me.
Disrespect. I don't even have it. I don't have anything up, but this was for
Beth.
Puppy.
Take a bath, Ajax. Yeah, I didn't think so. That
this
looks
is for a
like-
game called Predators Hunting Grounds.
Oh yeah.
Oh no.
And there was
It took me a second for the irony to hit me. Yeah.
there was a DLC that came out, and basically you have his skin and you're Dr. Disrespect in the DLC for a game called Predator Hunting Grounds, where you can run around as Dr. Disrespect
Are you familiar with the story,
Murder.
Henry?
and me.
Yeah,
Dr. Disrespect
Yeah.
to the minor thing or whatever. He went down.
yeah.
Yeah, that was a little short that came across my social medias that
pretty
I
funny,
saw as I was doom scrolling, and I was like,
We're
you know what?
we're
I'm gonna bring that
still
up.
out on the I don't know. Like he come out and said that he talked to a minor, and then disappeared. Now everybody's dropped him, but I don't really know. It's still. I'm not trying to defend the man or whatever, but there's still like a lot of allegations and not, no court cases or nothing.
Wait until a lot of the dust settles and then have your final judgment. For the most part, though, icky.
Yeah, definitely icky for sure.
Kind of look at it like that Borderlands movie.
Well, if
Yeah.
I look at it like
Wait
that way,
till
then
the
I
dust
already hate
settles.
it.
Yeah, it's
And
already
you guys
condemned.
get to see it.
Exactly. If I look at it the way I look at that movie, then it's condemned. It's been dead long ago.
I bet you it'll end up being my favorite movie of all time.
I will pity you and then force you to watch 3 hours of the Yellow Submarine.
Well, I guarantee you,
Agree.
Twitch is spending a lot of money to keep it. If anything, there's some other stories being created right now to keep that out of the headlines.
The main
because
thing that I'm worried
Twitch
about
wants
Yeah,
everybody
I
from
think
every
Twitch is-
age group and
yeah.
demographic on this platform to make as much money as possible.
Good.
All right, you guys, I'm gonna go have a drink and have a cigarette outside.
Sounds good.
Yes, sir.
Thank you,
Run
Henry,
away.
for joining. Yeah, we're way over. It's time to close this.
Run,
anyway.
touch grass.
Thank you so much for joining me, Henry, and joining us.
It's been
on
my
the
pleasure,
podcast.
everybody. It's been a real. I really think this is a really great group of people
Yeah.
here, and I think that we actually all bounce off each other really well. And I've really enjoyed talking to each individual one of you. I'm going to follow everybody and come see the show. If you're listening to this, if you're not Mayonnaise Chase, Ellipticus, Nemo, or Doobs, please don't come. I don't want to hear. And please, if you do come, please don't say that you heard about me here. Just don't. Just lurk and you know. But
Don't
everyone,
open the box.
but
Don't
Nemo,
come.
Ellipticus, Doobs, and Mayonnaise, you already check it out. But please, you guys come. Please, I want to see you guys come
Yeah.
all the time. And Doobs, by the
We're
way,
always coming.
Yeah.
Doobs, seriously, we got to get you on because you say you're licensed to operate a forklift.
Yeah.
All we do
Oh,
is
shit.
all we do is fork. All we do is fork. So
All
let's-
you gotta do is lift, bro.
Yeah, let's work it out. We'll because I would love that. We could come up with like a really funny segment.
That's
Sounds
great.
awesome.
Great.
All right, you guys. Thank you for having me so much.
Thank you, Henry.
It's
Thank
an
you
Take
for
honor
care.
joining.
and a pleasure, sir.
We'll have you back
Good
on
night.
sometime in the future.
Anytime, you guys. Anytime.
every Thursday, 7 Central.
Anytime, you guys. We'll see you later.
Have a good one.
Have a good one.
Shout out for the windbag in chat. There's the link
give a shout
right
out. Thank you.
there.
We are at 3 hours, guys. We've definitely went over time. It's
No
been
wonder
fun.
I'm fucking hungry.
Yeah, it's been fun. Thank you guys for hanging out so long. Thank you, chat, for hanging out. Doobs, thank
yeah, I'm already
you.
full.
Nemo, thank you. Eli, thank you.
No problem.
Thank you, chat.
Anytime, buddy.
Hey.
I enjoy this.
You, Chase.
We
Thank
will be
you.
back again next Thursday, as always, at our 7 Central. Hopefully, Nightingale will be with us next week. He's been passing on me the past couple times. Hopefully, he gets everything freaking lined out.
Drag him in here kicking and screaming. Use
We'll
chloroform.
Definitely
Let's
get
go.
Nightingale on soon.
Hey, does this fish smell like chloroform?
I'm reaching out, and I'm trying to reach out to more and more streamers too, like to get more and more people on. I just want more.
Hey, bro,
people
let
to
me
be
know. Does
on.
this mask smell funny to you?
You're doing great, Chase. It's awesome to be a part of it. I like to see all this progression. It's awesome. I just love every moment of it. So thank you.
Yeah. Kiss your babies, hug your wives, and
Hide your kids. Hide your wives.
kids. How'd
pat your chats and all that good stuff, streamers. We'll kiss you again next Thursday.
Say you love your
who
little
am I
club
gonna raid
champ.
to? I don't have a raid. I haven't raid targeted nobody.
Let me see who we got real quick.
Give me a raid.
Probably got some crackheads online. La, 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 la.
Some cat kids online.
I mean, you could always try and do Chibi Doki, but that's only if you really want to leave them with someone with goblin energy.
I don't raid into like super big streamers.
Valid. Give the indie some love.
I honestly like I don't even follow a lot of partnered Twitch streamers just because I don't know. It's more fun in chats that are more cozy and stuff.
I like the cozy. I like a good koozie. I like a cozy too. I like a cozy koozie. You know what I mean? I'm a fusey boy who likes his cozy koozie. You ever played Apex Legends, boy? Huh? You ever been on a moonlight walk on a swampy, foggy night, naked, drunk,
Yes, I have.
looking for your koozie because it was the coziest koozie you ever had, and you dropped it? You lost your only friend. Your beer's gone warm.
Red Solo Cup.
Rest in peace. I lift
Yeah.
you up. Proceed
not-
to party.
You're not just a cup. You're my
I don't have any-
friend. Lifelong.
We got Nerd Dad up there, but I raided him last time.
Oh, did we? It was last time?
Well, he was on the
Now,
podcast, the
that's
last
your
podcast.
cheap and disposable. In 14 years, you are decomposable. And unlike my home, you are not going to close your
Also,
friend
Ready
message.
back and kiss my ass.
Woo! Red
Wrist
Solo
solo
Cup.
cup.
I feel
Fill
you.
you up. Let's
Rose.
Sadly, like I enjoy VTubers, but like that's 90% of my recommended on.
Damn, you don't want to send them to another one of my kind.
Red Solo
I
Cup.
don't mind
Hey!
it. Like, here's the thing. Like with the nice, yeah.
Yay!
Bust out the guitar. Play us off. Play us
Yay!
off. Got
So
Jack Patillo from former
Oh,
Rooster Teeth fame.
That's it.
Ow.
It's too late.
oh yeah.
For me, it's 11 o'clock at night.
Ooh, Dougie.
Yeah, and like I said to anybody that's guesting on, like, if you guys ever feel like the need to dip out early or whatever, by all means. I'm not holding a gun to anybody's heads. Come in late, leave early. You know, I want it to be pretty open.
Oh, I got a Canadian you could raid.
Oh.
I'll put his name right here.
Oh damn, I didn't know there was owls in here.
Woo-hoo.
Woo.
Woo.
There you go. I put it in the chop there, Laddie. He's not doing anything super huge, big.
Bloody one-eyed
Fellow Canadian, pretty cool guy.
flops.
Oh, he's a Canadian boy.
He's a Canadian boy.
Hey there, laddie.
He puts on a pretty good show. There's a lot of work and effort that he puts into his stream, and you can tell right away. He's doing a lot of little technical stuff in the background to make his product the way it is. What he's doing, I like the guy.
He whips them bots into shape.
He's pretty good. He's pretty good.
They gotta be capitalized.
He's pretty good.
Ready to work. Okay,
I'm not
right over to Atari Beer Pong. Thanks everybody for coming in. Check us out on YouTube at Mayonnaise Chase, on X at Mayonnaise Chase, and here on Mayonnaise Chase. Thanks. Give us a follow. Give everybody else here a follow if you haven't been. Ellipticus _ Doobs XX Doobs XX Nemo Mimi. Yeah. Do you guys have any other socials you want to shout out or anything? Nope.
No.
Nope. Okily dokily. We'll see you all next Thursday.
Shout out for Doobs in chat.
Same bat time, same bat channel.
Yeah. Do. Oh, that's not the bad.
Where's my raid thing?
Aw. Love you too, country boy.
She is awesome. I love our little group. This is
Yeah,
fun.
this is great. I said,
This is fun.
Flutter was supposed to be on. I don't know what happened. Something may come up. I don't know.
Took a nap.
Yeah, it's totally fine. We'll catch him on next time.
Yes, sir. Next Thursday.
Next
Central.
Thursday.
Next Thursday, episode 30. Big 30.
Hey.
Hit that hag status, I guess.
Motherfucker.
All right. Oh, Nico just pops on.
Nico. Oh,
Raid now. Now there it goes. There's the raid. I was waiting for the raid now thing to highlight. There we go.
Oh, I hear Nico's voice. Raiding main ace cheese.